flex, one viral short turns and nobody to legend, millions watching scared. That's real connection from back rooms to obsession. The proof is in the views, not diversity reports or Hollywood news. TikTok teams dropping dread in 15 seconds flat. AI writing twists that make your nightmares come back. No more begging suits for a seat at the table. Create your own monsters, make the whole world able. Algorithms don't care about your skin or your name. They reward the craft and the fire in the gate. The future of Hollywood ain't Hollywood no more. It's bedroom creators, green screen and lore. Indie horror, TikTok flames, YouTube reigns. AI storytellers breaking all the chains. Build your audience, drop the truth and crave. Okay, keep us fading. Welcome to the new wave. The future's already here. YouTube, TikTok, AI loud and clear. Hollywood's dead. Long live the creators. Meritocracy rising. See you in the theaters.
What's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? Welcome back to Hollywood After Dark, or maybe I'm gonna need to start changing the name of the stream because it feels like everything's a changing, you know, more so than usual, right? We've been talking about the ebbs and the flows of Hollywood now for quite some time. Obviously, COVID changed a lot of shit, changed viewing habits, changed consumption habits, proved that the streaming model is one that absolutely positively needs to be fed like the raging forest fire that it is. But then we get to the movie theaters themselves and we start asking ourselves, what's going on with this? Right? Like, well, what is happening with Hollywood? It feels like the big boys are faltering and the little guys are starting to kind of make their way forward. And I think this is actually a really good thing because it shows that people want stories. You know what I'm saying? Like, they actually want stories. They don't want people just to kind of be like shown explosions and well, no, they do like that. I can't sit there and make that argument. Come on, that'd be a lie. If I were to say that people out there don't like dumb, mindless entertainment, right? Big tits, explosions, people getting their heads fucking chopped off, body parts flung everywhere, all to a rockin' soundtrack so you can have a power fantasy where you go home and you realize, God damn, that was a good fucking movie. Because it made you feel something, right? That's storytelling. That's how this shit works. But when it comes to the actual future of the industry right now, folks, we are seeing the shifting of the tides once again. Now, is this a permanent shift? No, obviously not, right? Once the powers that be figure out how to control it, once the powers that be figure out how to fund it, control it, and then dilute it into nothing, until it's just the same old corporate slop. But we maybe are at a moment right now where we can start to see things change, right? So when I say here the future of Hollywood isn't Hollywood, that's actually very true. All right. It's actually very, very true because we have to ask ourselves, what exactly is Hollywood? What exactly is the biz? Okay, for one, movies aren't even really shot in Hollywood anymore. I will say, though, the movie Obsession was actually filmed in and around Los Angeles for $750,000. If you've seen the movie, go over to Patio Commentary, check out my review for it. It is, quite frankly, amazing for a number of reasons, which we can talk about later on if people want to. But also, I did see Backrooms. There's my my Patio Commentary thumbnail up for that as well. I was going to go see Masters of the Universe tonight because I totally forgot they were doing an early screening. But I didn't, so I'm going to have to go see it sometime this weekend or Monday. Maybe, probably will be the earliest because I'm back to work, baby, after tonight. That's okay, though. That's okay. I want to see it. I hear that it's doing pretty well. But, well, as a quick aside, to talk about Obsession and Backrooms and even Scary Movie 6 and Masters of the Universe, we have to remember here that these are films that are all going to be competing for not only like the number one movie at the box office this weekend, but quite frankly, the number 2, number 3, number 4. Mandalorian and Grogu on its second weekend is likely to pop down to number 5. And that's kind of sad. I don't like talking ill about The Mandalorian and Grogu. I like the movie quite a bit. I mentioned, the other day that I think one of the biggest problems with the movie is the fact that there's no dialogue for 9 minutes and 54 seconds as we move from the pivotal third act of the movie to the fourth act of the film. Because this movie doesn't have 3 acts, it has 4. And everything else. And so now we've got Scary Movie 1 looking at like it might be pulling in the number 1 spot this weekend. Backrooms might be holding pretty well, but Obsession is still one that is gaining every single day. More and more and more people are going to see Obsession. And I get it. There's so much to talk about with that movie, especially in regards to relationships, with young people, because I think that's one of the key factors there. I think that's one of the reasons why people can't stop thinking about it, is it reminds them so much of shit they went through when they were that age, right? I know a bunch of elder millennials that are talking about it, and I'm like, it's because of that, isn't it? And they're like, yeah, but because that's a universal thing. That's a universal thing that people can relate to. It's absolutely right. Everyone has had lost loves, unrequited love, right? You've been fucked over by friends, right? You've loved the wrong person. Maybe you were the wrong person to love. All of those things have happened. All of those things are true. And this movie just presents it with a very fantastic monkey's paw type approach to it. And it's really good. Fantastic acting. Did not know that the lead actor was gay. Just found that out before going live tonight. Wouldn't have thunk it. And I hate to say it like that, because I feel like, look at the guy Jonathan Bailey, who was in Jurassic World Rebirth. Like that guy, he was also in he's Fiyero, Prince Fiyero in Wicked. He's super gay. Nothing wrong with that. But it's like looking, it's going to be one of those things where, if that becomes the key part of his public identity, then that makes it difficult to have them absorb themselves into, to kind of dissolve into different roles. And I say that for anybody who puts an identity piece first, which we're going to talk a little bit about that too. Because that does somewhat tie into where we find ourselves right now. So H-Bars here says, my dumbass being asked out on a date to my face and saying, nah, I'm good. I'll tell you this, man. This is true. I was at the bowling alley once. I was 19. Not the bowling alley. It was my friends. I recognized this lady at the lane next to us. She's a larger Latina lady. She was on the cleaning staff of the casino I worked at that I had been fired from. And we're talking, right? We're having a good old time, whatever. Just chit-chatting. At the end of the night, she sits down next to me. She's kind of intimidating, I'll be fair. She sits down next to me and she just goes, so, you have a girlfriend? And I'm going no. And she leans in. This is true, by the way. She leans in and she just goes, you want one? And I was like, no, I'm working on me right now. I said that. I said, I'm working on me. Anyway, I have nothing against the guy being gay. It's one of those things though, it depends on the role. If that, the thing about being an actor is that you have to allow yourself enough ambiguity with the base to be able to flow into different audiences, right? Matt Bomer coming out as gay, I think actually cost him the role of Superman back in the day up against Brandon Routh, or maybe even Henry Cavill. And that kind of cost him a lot of roles. And that's not to say that everybody's homophobic, but it's like, how do we market this? You know what I'm saying? That it becomes a marketability factor. And people do have an inherent bias when it comes to because it comes across as it's almost like a straight person playing a gay person in Hollywood. A lot of Hollywood doesn't like it. There's a lot of queer actors. Why not hire queer actors? And then it's because it's not authentic. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. I don't like it, but it's weird. Let's see here. Hey, Matthew, I got a new VHS. Matthew, don't take your kids to school on Columbo Day. Oh, he's got to deal with the kids. Remember? Yeah. Jesus Christ. Command unit here. War. Okay. I'll check it out later, buddy. Thank you. Anyway, I'm just saying it is, Obsession is really showing us exactly how Hollywood is right now. Right? Exactly how Hollywood is in this particular moment in time. It's showing us that people want stories they can relate to. They want stories that make them feel. They want stories that entice them, that meet them where they are. And I'll say this, though, about the movie Obsession. How is it all of those kids were all able to live in their own place working at a music store? That's probably like one of the only things in that movie that's like pretty much unbelievable is that shit. But one of the things I wanted to start with tonight, and trust me when I say don't go anywhere, we're going to watch one of the most unhinged AI videos I've ever seen. And I think you guys are going to really, really, really like it. Okay. I think you guys are really, really, really going to like it. So it's, anyway, talking about Hollywood, I'm trying not to bury the lead tonight. Okay. So we have this article here from the Hollywood Reporter. Who's the next Curry Barker? Right now, remember, I don't know if you guys heard me talking about this the other day. I said this on Twitter. I feel bad for Curry Barker. I do. Because he's 26 years old. I feel bad for Kane Parsons for the exact same reason. They're in their 20s. Okay. They now are literally are at the apex of their career right out the gate. Right out the fucking gate. They're at the apex of their career. And now they've got to match that success every single time, which is completely like improbable to do. They have to match that success in order to maintain the level where they're at. You know what I mean? Like there's going to be a couple of years where they go away. And if I were them, I would only, if I had to do that, if it happens, I would just go back to making content for social media. Because that, my friends, is truly the future, right? Well, why not ask who is the next great director? See, that's not the question. It's a good question, Music Man, but that's not the question in general. Okay. So it says here, who's the next Curry Barker? Let me find my thing here. Okay. After Obsession and Backrooms made history, here are the talents on deck to make the jump from YouTube views to theatrical grosses. Now, I want you guys to notice one thing here. I want you guys to notice the gender and ethnicity of the people that are listed here. It kind of plays a part, I think. And we're going to talk about that too. So it says here, do you hear that sound? That's the collective hum of assistant keyboards trolling Reddit and YouTube at the behest of their bosses who are looking for the next big thing in the horror space. The YouTube to horror feature filmmaker pipeline has been proving particularly profitable over the past couple of weeks. Curry Barker's Obsession sits at 111 million plus in its third week of release, while Kane Parsons' directed Backrooms has also crossed 100 million domestically. Here's the thing. Both of these movies are really good. Both of these movies are really fucking good. And like, that's the thing. People aren't even like the YouTube to theatrical money pipeline. It does rest on the fact that these have to be good. You know, like they have to be fucking good. These are good. Both of these movies are very good. Like, buy them on 4K, watch them multiple times good. And I don't really feel like I say that much anymore, right? Like I'm more of like a let me buy Mandalorian and Grogu. I'll wait for sale for Obsession and Backrooms. Where even now I'm like, as much as I had an issue with the ending of Backrooms, I'm like, I could see myself getting it on day one just to be able to experience it again. They're that good. They're just that good. And so, Kane Parsons says he was always going to still make videos on YouTube's after Backrooms release, and he should. That's actually the smart way to go about it, because he's still only 20, and so like if Backrooms bombed, he could just go back to doing that on YouTube and be fine. But the fact that it blew up and he's already trying to work on a sequel, which by the way cracks me up, because he said that he's looking for a writing partner. Why not go to the guy who wrote the screenplay, right? The guy who wrote the screenplay for Backrooms that just crossed over $100 million in a week. He had something to do with it too. And if you listen to the acting, the character work in Backrooms, with everything that Chiwetel Ejiofor did, his character, even though the acting was amazing, that wasn't a 20-year-old writing that. All right. That wasn't a 20-year-old writing that at all. A 20-year-old did not write that character. But it doesn't really matter now, does it? Okay. So there's that. All right. Am I muted? No, I'm not muted. Am I muted? I don't think. It's showing me it's still working. So anyway, what was I talking about here? So anyway, yeah, getting back over to this article here. Okay, so Barker and Parsons are the latest directors who have blown up after cutting their teeth with internet audience. Before then, it was the Philippou brothers, Filippo? I can never pronounce that. Who parlayed online notoriety into a feature debut, Talk to Me, that landed at A24 after a Sundance Film Festival debut and quickly begat a sequel. Long before them, there's David Sandberg, who released a horror short film under the name Pony Smasher before landing the feature deal for his film Lights Out. I haven't seen Lights Out, but I have seen both Shazams. I like both Shazams. I do need to watch Until Dawn, which I need to watch Until Dawn. But I do like David F. Sandberg quite a bit, just on a very interesting, just on a personal level. I think the guy's great. Yeah, Clark's character was really, really, really good. And that's not something that was written by a 20-year-old. I'm sorry. Like the intricacies of that of when he was yelling about his failures, more or less projecting, that was not something that was written by a kid. You know what I'm saying? And so there's that. Yeah, the creators that Talk to Me again, but you're only as good. Talk to Me was a hit. Bring Her Back, I think, was also a hit, but it wasn't anywhere near as good. Hollywood is nothing. Is nothing if not the law of diminishing returns. All things considered, right? You're only as good as your last project, and not everyone's able to get their project off the ground, which is why these guys should stick with YouTube, right? This is why these guys should stick with making content, keeping their audience happy, and then making the films as they come along. Curry Barker already has another feature film that he directed, and that's in post-production right now. And then after that, he's going to write and direct the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And after watching Obsession, I'm curious, when he starts talking about the family dynamics in Texas Chainsaw, I'm kind of curious. In search of $100 million budget. I don't need $100 million, H-Barts. I need $100. The movie that I want to do, the In Search of that I want to do, like the personal one that I want to do, that literally would just star me, and like maybe like one or two other people, like legitimately would not take any actors, because it would more or less just be me like solving a mystery, but like on the outskirts of it. It's very odd the way I want to do it. It's I think I would need like 3 or 4 more actors, all things considered. And I could probably do it for like $100, right? I just need like a shovel. And then I can use AI for the visual effects of the last shot that I have. The last shot that I have in mind for that movie is such a fucking... The last shot that I have for that story is so fucking dark and twisted that, like, I don't know if I could act well enough to pull it off. I think I could, but I think by that point in time, like, you know, it's fucking dark, dude. If you want, I'll tell you about it later on. Let's see. Independent creators come up with more interesting ideas. That's very true, because they have to. They have to think outside the box. Hollywood doesn't think outside the box. It checks boxes, if that makes any sense. And that's kind of the biggest problem. I love this industry, man. I love stuff that comes out of it. I love movies new and old, you know. And one of the things that I am kind of worried about with where we find ourselves right now, just with the industry as a whole, is that people aren't necessarily wanting to do more with newer films. Right? It's one of those things where it feels like people don't want to see a lot of new movies. Maybe online, you know, because like maybe the new movies just aren't enticing them. You know, like Marvel has had a great run that I'm hoping they'll be able to find their footing again to be as generational as they are. You know, and rewatching all the Spider-Man movies that I've been rewatching with my girlfriend, the Tom Holland ones, they're good. They're just good. We've been watching like clips of Endgame and Infinity War on YouTube, and it's just a good movie. It's a really good movie. Yeah, there's callbacks, there's member berries, there's Easter eggs, but it pays off, right? It pays off. By the time you get to the end of Endgame and Thanos goes, "I am inevitable," and then it cuts to Tony as he's getting all of the Infinity Stones and makes the gauntlet, and he goes, "I am Iron Man," and snaps, you're like, fuck, dude, that fucking hits. You know, it pays off and shit. right? Like that kind of stuff. The Wrecking Crew and Playdate were really good. I need to see those ones, yeah. Why does Far From Home get shit on so much? Dude, I don't know where that even comes from. Like the summer Far From Home came out is the last time I was at VidCon, and that had just come out, and we were all talking about Far From Home like the entire time we were there. Everyone was like, I've seen it 2 or 3 times. I don't know where the Far From Home hate comes from. It's so good. Right? Okay, Tony, you're right. So he says on TikTok, he's always seeing people are rewatching the same movies. Now, I've learned about this, right? I've been learning as I've been, the movies I talk about for Podio commentary, which I need to spend more time doing, but the movies I talk about, generally speaking, if they're not like the brand new movie, which you guys know is hard for me to get to, and they're not cult classic films, like no one really gives a shit, right? Like, I mean, I think I've got like 10 views on like fucking Cradle to the Grave. Like, who the fuck watched Cradle to the Grave, right? Far From Home is not good. It's not, that's complete. That's cope, dude. That's cope. That's so much cope. Oh my God, that's so much cope. It is the bookend to phase 3. It is the epilogue of phase 3. It's such a good movie. It's more cartoony, maybe, but it gets better the more you view it. The more you view it. All right. So they're talking about this guy here, this Dylan Clark guy. Okay. Clark posts his high-concept, low-budget horror short films to YouTube, earning millions of views and a loyal following, as well as some Hollywood attention. His most popular short, Portrait of God, has over 10 million views and earned the attention of horror-heavy hitters Jordan Peele and Sam Raimi, who are now attached to produce the feature film version of the story for Universal. He's also been tapped to direct a Blair Project reboot. So here's the thing with this, right? This is the article here. Who's the next Curry Barker? Okay. And they're going to people, this guy here, who's like already got a deal. So he's already directing the feature film of his short Portrait of God. And then he's directing the Blair Project reboot at Lionsgate. So this guy's already in the system. He's not outside of the system. Okay. Then you got Nicholas Curcio here, who I've, never heard of. Sometimes being a good hang can get you far. Goat writer Curcio. Wait, is this Goat like Goat, the animated movie? Hold on. Let me see here. Goat 2026. Hold on. Yep. Here we go. Look. Nicholas Curcio, one of the writers. And I will say, roots run deep. Has anyone here seen Goat? I've seen like half of it. It was really good. I didn't think I was going to like it at first, but from what I saw with my kids, it's really good. But what else has he done? What else has he done? Okay. So Playhouse, he was a writer on the Magic School Bus. He did a movie called Killing Animals, Shorts, a short. And then he got on somehow Skinny Ghost, which is a short. And then he had the screen story for Goat. And then he's got the upcoming Playhouse. So again, this guy, yeah, to be fair, he's like the third writer. Yeah. Let's see here. When I watch Far From Home at my home, a spider roped down to watch it with me right in the middle of the screen. The synchronicity still awes me. Well, there you go, man. There you go. It's good. Thank you for that, by the way. Yeah, no. Third writer listed, but I'm saying it's kind of like he's already in the system, right? That's my whole point. Is he's already in the system, so that seems to be kind of weird. Okay, so he got his first feature off the ground, Playground, which he directs for genre label Chroma, with the film executive produced by Megan, producers Divide Conquer. Now, here's the thing with Megan, right? Megan 1, I think, played it too safe. Megan 2 went fucking into 80s action mode, and I think Megan 2 is fucking spectacular. I loved every minute of Megan 2. I thought it was going to be shit, because the first one was like, okay. I mean, I enjoyed it well enough, but it wasn't like the greatest thing I'd ever seen. And then Megan 2, I watched it a few weeks back, and I was like, this movie fucks, dude. It's so good. It so knows what it wants to be. It just says, fuck it. It just says, fuck it. Let's go, right? And then they make it fun. They make it really fun. Like Megan 2 is like the kind of sequel, like the kind of franchise I'd like to see. If they did another Megan, they won't. It cost too much money and didn't make enough cash. But, Megan, I thought Megan 2 was a lot of fun. All right, moving on here. Sam Evanson. Okay, so he's behind the channel Grimoire Horror. Let's see here. What does Grimoire Horror do? Let me just take a look. Okay, so original horror films. All right, he's got 196,000 subscribers. All right. And so it looks like he hasn't done anything in a year. Mora, is this live action or is this AI? I just want to take a look here. Start with a detailed description. Okay, so it's AI.
I know I can find her.
Why would you want to find her?
Okay, so
Oh, actually, she's an anomaly. If I
okay, so he shot a live action. Okay, it looked like it was also, but all he's got is a couple of videos and a couple of shorts. I don't know if he's like pulled things down, but it looks like he's been off the grid because he's now in the system. Okay. So, let's see here. The filmmaker who also does visual effects work, he worked on Dune Part 2 and The Last of Us, was recently tapped by Neon to make his feature directorial debut. So again, he's already working in the system. Good for him for working his way up. In no way am I criticizing anyone's success here. I want to make that abundantly clear. But I'm just talking about the fact that they're highlighting these people that are already in the system. Okay, a YouTuber that has 6 million followers across Insta and TikTok and nearly 600,000 on YouTube. All right, Spencer Lackey has built his following with his ingenious horror short form content. All right, Lackey stars in his own content, and many of his videos are humorous bent. Okay. Let's see here. Let's take a look at Spencer Lackey. The fact that they don't link to his channel is also very interesting to me. But that might just be a Penske Media thing. Okay, here it is. Okay, so let's see here. He hasn't uploaded anything in like a year. All right, let's take a look at one of his shorts. Sleep Demon. All right. Okay. Wait for the jump scare. Yeah, wait for the jump scare. Yeah. Okay. Pretty straightforward stuff. Nothing I would call grand. All right, let's see. Let's take a look at this. Okay. I'm just kind of skipping through. This is better. Obviously he's got a dolly there. They're filming on that. They got, some decent lighting. Let's see this. Okay, kind of curious to see if there's you are here, whatever. Okay. Look, it is what it is. His style for shorts is one thing, but the shorts, the short themselves, the videos, short films, look all right. So he's working on, so it looks like right now that he is not in the system. So, okay, good for this guy. Okay, Caleb Phillips. First landed attention was 2018 short, The Other Side of the Box, which amassed more than 30 million views on YouTube and centered on a couple who was gifted a mysterious box to creepy and disastrous results. Followed up with a mind-bending Play Me, 1.4 million views. In March, he screened his genre-bending feature Imposters at South by Southwest, which has capitalized on the Jessica Roth star by signing with Underground, the management company that is home to Obsession filmmaker Curry Barker. Okay, Jessica Roth. Isn't that the girl from yeah, she's from Happy Death Day. Okay. You know, so he's you know, working again, he's kind of in and around the system and whatnot. But again, kind of on the outskirts. Here you got the only female on the list, Heidi Wong. She's a horror content creator who developed her audience with the mix of movie reviews, original videos based on creepy internet stories, and self-produced scary content. Wait, do I? Oh, wait. Do I know this one? Is this like the true crime lady? Hold on. Oh, it is here. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know why, like this, she sits there, she just does. I mean, again, I'm not shit talking this or whatever. This is like, you know, she's built up an audience or whatever. I mean, she's got 2 million subscribers, but here's the thing, right? Her last video, or her latest video, was 7 months ago, 4,400 views, right? My boyfriend's horrific secret, a year ago, 18,000 views, not even 10,000 for this like shorts compilation. But then you look at her shorts. Okay. 6 days ago, 23,000 views. 1 week ago, 27,000 views. This channel, compared on given, here's the thing. She's more popular on TikTok than she is like anywhere else. Okay. Like, you can come over here to her TikTok and you can see 6 million followers. Okay. But again, actually really not. Look at this. Her content is basically dead. Her content is essentially dead. Okay. Like, look at this here. She's got 6 million followers. Her last video, 40,000 views. That is like less than 1%. Less than 1%. Okay. All right. 10 shocking horror movies you've never heard of, 17,000 views. Less than that. Like, this stuff it's dead. It's all dead. Everything is dead. So adding her on this list, I don't even know why. She doesn't seem to make content that's not like, you know, TikToker screen life stuff. And I mean, but she's even with an agency. She's with William Morris Agency. So it's one of those things where it's kind of like, yeah, she fell off. That's pretty, and you can always kind of tell that when someone falls off like that. And again, I'm not trying to like poo-poo or shit talk or nothing like that. It's really just one of those things. You know, and you did leave a super chat? Oh, sorry, Rational. I missed this one. Markiplier said he got phone calls from major studios, but says he wants to stay independent. Well, yeah. The reason why he got calls from major studios is because he self-funded $3 million and brought home a $50 million return. He distributed the movie himself. So that means he went to the theaters. He brought the movie to the theaters. He worked a distribution deal with the chains, meaning that they split the money. So he got a lesser percentage than they got, considering that like the usual breakdown. But either way, he still walked away with at least $20 million. And then he can sell the movie on home video and make a lot more money on his channel now that it's available for renting and purchasing. So yeah, at that point, if I was in the same boat, I would not want to go. I would not want to go with the majors either. And then that's what I'm talking about. The future of Hollywood is not Hollywood. The call is no longer coming from inside the house. It's coming from outside the house. And distribution is something that anyone can do on their own now. It's like I have said multiple times. Like, if you guys want me to do my version of In Search Of, the first In Search Of, which effectively, this In Search Of would be, in my mind, imagine my character from the first movie 20 years later and is trying to be a better person and gets himself in a very dark situation. Think about that for a second. If that's something you'd like to see, we might have to discuss that. Because I can start working on that. Let's see. Who in Hollywood is part of her agency? William Morris? A lot of people are with William Morris. But I don't know why you would have her up there. That makes like no sense to me. All right. Oh, okay. Let's go back to this though, because this is kind of funny. So it says here that, under her series, a Heidi Wong horror story that earns millions of views. Does it though? She is already tapped by studios to help promote their biggest genre projects, from Stranger Things to Scream. She has long expressed her filmmaking aspirations. And again, no shade to this lady, right? Like, no shade at all to this lady. But, it's really just like one of those things where she ran and she runs an angle and it's already falling. It's already falling off, right? It's like it's already falling off. Now she does have. If you come over here, she's also got this Twisted Tales with Heidi Wong. It's verified account, part of Crime House, only 1,300 subscribers, and she posted. Let's see here. Her latest video was 2 days ago. Anastasi's Goat Man, the scariest creepypasta ever written, and then 435 views. Right? Here we go. The Backrooms legend that took over the internet 9 days ago, 2,200 views. No one's watching. No one's watching. It's like, why no one's watching? Now, granted, this could be a podcast and she's probably doing better on the podcast, right? But even if you come over here to the Insta, let's take a look here at the Insta. Crime House, your home for original true crime stories told by your favorite creators, powered by Pave Studios. Okay. And even this here is just, look at this, 95 hearts. I mean, they've got funding, obviously, but this is the whole thing. This is the problem. I should point out, by the way, I should really point out, true crime is on its way out the door. Like true crime as a genre is on its way out the door. Studies have been coming out talking about how, like, while it still represents a massive part of the listening experience, people are running into ethical problems. Like the audience is running into ethical problems because they're now where there used to be a lack of empathy for the deceased. And this is very true. You have a lot of people that have been, they do these wine mom podcasts, right? These wine mom shows where they're like, let's just get a glass of wine. Let's just get a glass of wine. We're just gonna drink and we're gonna talk about this woman who was brutally raped, chopped up. Then her body was sexually assaulted again. And then it was put into a deep fryer and the man ate it. And the other woman's like, oh my God. Did he serve it with a nice Cabernet? You know what I mean? Like that kind of shit. Like women are at fault. Wine moms are at fault. I loved Amy Wine Mom. Yeah. There's fava beans and a nice Chianti. Anyway, no, but it's true. It's like there's a lot going on with that. So I feel like for true crime, the genre itself is kind of dying. I hope that's not disrespect to you, Matt. I know that you do and love true crime. I don't do true crime anymore. I don't know if I've told you that. I've given up true crime, and I'm doing something different. What I'm doing, and I'm in the process right now of writing the episodes, is I am fictionalizing true crime, but I'm fictionalizing it in a way that's inspired by true events. But told as an unsolved mystery, right? So the idea is telling the story. Like I'll tell you one of the stories, just to give you an example. Okay, one of the stories is about this guy who ends up he buys a storage unit at auction, and inside finds all of the sports memorabilia, like pristine sports memorabilia. And in the back, underneath the sports memorabilia in a lockbox, they find a .38 snub-nose revolver and a handwritten contract that's a tontine. If you don't know what a tontine is men enter into a pact and the last living survivor gets everything. In this case, all the sports memorabilia was part of a robbery they committed as a group back in the 1980s, where the collector came home early, was killed with that .38 snub-nose revolver. Everything was too hot to move, so they put it into storage and held on to it for years, and they all agreed to the tontine, and then over 40 years, they moved apart. Some of the men died just under basic circumstances, cancer, heart attack, shit like that. But then it gets down to the last two. The second to last guy gets killed randomly, and then the final guy dies of a heart attack in his sleep. So the authorities piece it together that the final guy had killed the other guy with the .38 snub-nosed revolver, which they had held on to for 40 years because that was the murder weapon in the original shooting. And then they tie it all together, so they figure out the story. Okay, that story. That is that is the essence of that particular tale. And imagine like a true like an unsolved mysteries episode of Robert Stack telling the story. That's kind of the vibe that I'm going for here. And I've got other ones as well, but that's just like that one's more on the outskirts. So the thing with that is, I don't know if anyone here ever listened to Deep Lore or went to the website. I had a tagline for the podcast, and the tagline always was the weird, the wild, and the what the fuck. And that actually goes back a long time, many, many, many years ago when I was trying to do like weird news stories. I enjoy weird news. And I was going to do weird news I've tried like Stranger Days or fucking, what's it? The Bird After Listening's kind of like that too. Yeah, I don't know. Right. It's just hard because again, there's that you're getting into people's real lives and making content out of people's real lives. And oftentimes true crime has like dead story, like there's dead leads. There's unsolved, there's non-conclusion, that kind of shit. And so this case, every episode has 3 stories. You have the weird story, the wild story, and the WTF story. And that's the podcast. And all 3 are fictionalized, but still inspired by true events. Yeah, 5 men enter Tontine, 1 man leaves. Kind of, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the point. Has anyone ever done a movie about a serial killer stalking a true crime podcaster? No, but that would be interesting. That would be interesting. As actually, believe it or not, that's one of the reasons why I didn't get into doing the true crime reporting on like trying to actually like research local true crime. Because I thought about it. There's a missing persons case not too far from me that's really fascinating. And it happened like almost 20 years ago. And I was like, man, I could fucking like, I could go down there. I'm down in that area all the time. I could maybe poke around a little bit. And then I thought this is like also like right before the whole, my controversy from 2018. So then my home address is out there, and so what if somebody figures out who I am? What if they want to go find me? What if they find my address? What if they come to my house? Like what if I'm getting home from work and it's like the middle of the night and someone, is waiting for me because I'm getting too close to figuring out they committed a crime. You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't worth it. It ain't worth it. And that's such a far off, and I understand that's a far off thought. Okay. But I got people like Anthony Chabot that are like threatening to come to my house. Not that he would ever do it from Long Island, but he makes the threat. I've been swatted. I've had handwritten death threats mailed to my house. I've had these things happen. It's not something that I want to kind of go and do again. So there's that. The Boulder Killer. Yeah, there we go. So Music Man here says, do filmmakers now have to be content creators or can they take a cue from them? Well, the reason why, there is a movie like that. It's called The Podcast Murders. Okay, cool. I do have I did write the full short, story about a woman who travels to a small town in Southern Washington to, cause her favorite podcast is talking about the murder of an undocumented Russian immigrant. Because in Southern Washington, in the Vancouver area, across the river from Portland, there's a massive Russian immigrant population. And so she hears about this one and she's following it, and she decides to travel down there and try to solve it herself. And she gets wrapped up in the whole thing. I think the story is done. Do I have it? Let me take a look, because I think I actually put that one through 11 Labs last summer. I think I did that, and everything else. Let me see. Let me see here. Do I got it? Hold on. I got a bunch of these short stories that some of them I narrated, some of them I didn't. Oh yeah. Here it is. Yeah. I don't think, and no one's listened to it. Because it's unlisted. That's why. So yeah, if anybody wants to, I'll drop the link. There you go. Let's see. HWAD's here. Oh, you went with a $900 Dell PC. Dude, Dell? Oof. I would never recommend a Dell. Ever. I would never recommend a Dell. Ever, man. Dells are shit. Rational. Tell HBart's Rels are shit. Spherical Man says, Matt Jarbo was taking criminology classes. What did he think would happen? He'd become Batman and Robin. I was taking administration of justice classes for a hot minute in the semester leading up to joining film school. That is true. But one of the things, again, kind of getting back on the subject of Hollywood, is HPs are better. I mean, I wouldn't even go that far, but like, better than Dell. Yeah, Dell is shit. I need something to watch YouTube and Discord. That's it. Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, I still can't recommend it. I'm sorry. I can't. I really, if I've never had good luck with a Dell, ever. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Did you guys hear about Supergirl? Apparently, it's apparently like crashing the apps for fucking tickets and shit. It's only AMC. I checked my local theaters, like even my Cinemark XD, that's 40 miles away, but it's still pretty popular, and there was barely like any tickets being sold. And it's really, really, really not doing well, in my neck of the woods, at all. I just find it to be really, really, really funny that people are gassing up. There's this thing. There's other thing I want to talk about too with this shit. Supergirl, the new trailer came out today. The final trailer came out today. Now that they're gassing up for the release of the film, right? Now that they're getting ready to go in the marketing, and it's very fascinating to me how many people are trying to jump on this as being like, oh my God, this is such a big fucking huge thing. And so Deadline put out an article today that said that they need to make, the budget had $175 million. The break-even point is now apparently like $315 or something. I'm trying to see if I can find it here. Trying to see if I can fucking find it. Usually, like, the home of fucking DC talks about it, but this guy, I don't know where the fuck this guy's at. Oh, filming Mana tomorrow, that's why. Let's see. God damn it. Did he not? Oh, fuck. Gee, I hate these accounts. He hasn't reached. Okay, what the fuck? Home of DC didn't even talk about it. Maybe that's not a big deal then. I don't know. Hold on, let me check my deadline. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, I hate dead air, but I'm trying to look for something. There we go. Okay, this should be it. Okay, so Supergirl advance tickets go on sale before DC picks June 26th opening. All right, so James Gunn made it official on Instagram that advance tickets for the Supergirl are on sale. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, last year, Gunn's revamp of Superman via Warner's opened to $125 million stateside and legged out to $354 million domestic, $618.7 million worldwide. The last time Supergirl was on the big screen was 1984. Okay, and everything else. All right, so Supergirl, we hear cost $175 million net before global and PA spend, with break even at 315 box office, right? So they're saying here that in order for a movie, what is to hit break even for the studio is $315 million. Okay, that seems like a pretty reasonable number, doesn't it? Now 175 times 2.5 equals $437.5 million. Now, that number is 2.5 times the budget of the movie, is largely considered the break even or profitability point, because break even means you broke even. Anything after that is pure profit. Now, saying $175 million net probably is talking about tax incentives because they shot overseas. Okay. But still, before global P&A spend. Now, I've talked about this before, where I've said that the print and advertising is something that should never be included inside any of this stuff, because the print and advertising is really just like, it's all a tax deductible situation. Okay. But why is it that this movie, they're lowering the expectations to $315 million in order to hit profitability? Right? Right? Like, that's what I'm talking about here. $315 million on a $175 million budget. Doesn't that seem a little bit low to anybody else? Right? How much did Millie Alcock earn for the role? Not much. I would say no more than like 500,000. I mean, even Andrew Garfield made $250,000 for the first Amazing Spider-Man, $500,000 for Amazing Spider-Man 2, and would have gotten $1 million had they gone and done a third. Right? Like, he wasn't making much on that movie. Millie Alcock is way less of a star than Andrew Garfield was at the time. Right? Millie Alcock is untested. She was only in a little bit of House of the Dragon. I'm just pointing out the reality of who Millie Alcock is. I'm not saying anything bad about her. I liked her in that last little bit of Superman. I think she's going to be fine in this movie. What I'm talking about here is the fact that you have got the trades coming out and really, really, really trying to downplay how much this movie needs in order to be profitable. Now, I just wish there was consistency, because The Mandalorian and Grogu, right? I think Hollywood Reporter came out and said, well, we're hearing that it needs like $500 to $600 million worldwide to even break even. Well, Mandalorian and Grogu had a smaller budget than Supergirl did by $10 million. Actually, if you add in P&A spend, or if you add in the tax deductible stuff from the state of California, that was down to $143 million. So I had a much even smaller budget. Now, granted, that was not including the above the line people. Okay, so writer, producer, director, stars, everything else, right? So like that 20 million could have gone into that. We don't know. We'll never know. Hollywood accounting is shit, right? David there will agree with me. It's absolutely shit. So we know all this. But I just find it to be really, really, really funny, because we're also in a situation right now where Supergirl might find themselves in one hell of a fucking turducken. Okay. And I mean a turducken of fucking trouble. A trouble duckin'. Check this out. This came out earlier today. So, about Supergirl's artwork, why Lucasfilm let DC use their design for commercial purpose. And you're probably going like, what the fuck are you talking about? Now, this is the official artwork for Supergirl. And I don't just mean official artwork in general. I'm talking, this is the Supergirl 2026 movie metal print across the galaxy. They are selling this on a metal print. Right? It's a good looking image. I like it. It's a good looking image. Okay. Seems to be missing crypto. All right. No, oddly enough, no crypto dog on this one. But this is from a woman named Biliqui Evely. Okay. Created the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow comic inspired artwork for DC Studios. Now, she also did the artwork for Woman of Tomorrow. The at least the cover art for that. She worked with Tom King on that one, right? So she's been around for a while. She is a Brazilian comic book artist. See what she looks like here. Okay, she worked on Woman of Tomorrow in 2022, Helen of Windhorn. She did, again, other things with that. She's worked on that kind of stuff. Supergirl, right? Woman of Tomorrow. So she's done like the cover art for all this shit. So she definitely is known for doing all of this stuff, okay? So to me, it's kind of funny. To me, it's kind of funny, like that she's all over this, right? So let's go back to the situation. You're probably wondering, like, what the fuck I'm talking about. I want you to pay attention to this weird long-necked motherfucker up here. Okay? This odd-looking, halo fucking arbiter of truth looking motherfucker that's up here in the corner, okay? So this guy right here. Now, who is this guy right here? We don't fucking know. Okay? We don't fucking know who this person is in relation to this painting, all right? Or the comic book. But what we do know is that it looks oddly familiar. Now, this is a character from Star Wars, a character that would be effectively known as a Gulp Shido, a random character in the background. But their name, according to Wikipedia, is Lexo Suger. Okay. They are from Askto Fen 4. Their species is Dor Nemethian, and this is a male. I thought it was a female. Black eye color, gray skin color. Okay. So this person, right? Okay. Let's just kind of go back and look. Right? I mean, it's not even up for debate. And even, this guy right here underneath him looks kind of like one of the Jedi, whatever that Jedi is that was on the Jedi Council. Okay. But this character right here is drawn identical to this, right? This gives you more of an idea of what they look like. But this person is drawing it identical. Gulp Shito. Yeah, that's a ripoff. That's not even anything that's up for debate, in my opinion. Now, here's the thing. This woman has said nothing in regards to this. The superhero, the DC fan base today, a Gulp Shito was copied. Oh my God. We're talking about plagiarism. Damien, we're talking about plagiarism here. Okay, there's a little bit of difference there. It doesn't matter that, like, you might not go, oh, Gulp Shito character. Okay, I mean, I don't know if you're drunk right now or not, but you need to pay the fuck attention. This is a big deal. Okay, because we're in the age now where AI is theft, right, folks? AI is theft. You hear this all the time. AI is theft. It's theft. It's nonstop theft. Everything about it is stealing something, whether it is someone else's intellectual property or water or whatever the fuck, right? Again, all this shit. But this character, this Gulp Shito character, there's no denying. I mean, even the necklace with the rings, there is no fucking denying. It's absolutely copyright infringement. Yes, it's Jedi Master. Yeah. Ki-Adi Mundi. Yes, right. Jedi Master Mundi. Yeah. Right. Let's see here. Jedi Mundi. There we go. Let me come over to this. Look. You're telling me that that's not the fucking. I mean, look, man. Is it identical? No, but is it close enough? Kinda. Right? Kind of. Just saying. Legally distinct Ki-Adi. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, legally distinct. And so that's kind of my issue with this whole situation is that so far, no one on the DC side of things has even remotely bothered to say anything. No one on the DC side of things has there's no uproar. There's no uproar over on Twitter. There's no uproar anywhere that's coming out of the DC group of people about about this, which I find to be kind of weird. I just find to be kind of weird. That's all. I find it funny that the worst ever is the top search for Ki-Adi has come in. Yeah, gotta love the prequels, man. Command Unit here for 5. Thank you, buddy. Says, I read a theory that if Supergirl goon baited more, it would have been more hyped. I have to admit the Gooners are easy to hype up. The Gooners are easy to hype up. But, I find it to be... I've seen the gooning AI photos. Let me see if I can find any of the images there. Because, I saw them... Let's see if I could find any of the AI ones, because there's a couple that people made that I saw that put her in like a thong. And I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest with you. I was kind of a little bit like, I don't want to say like, I don't know. I was a little bit bugged by it, just because I was like, this seems kind of like, really, is this necessary to do? Is this necessary? To more or less like say this kind of thing. I don't know. I do not know. I'm trying to see if 4chan has got it, because that's where I saw it. Let's see. I'm just looking real quick through the threads. No, it would have gone away by now. All right, let me see. Let me see if I can fucking find it. Let me see if I can look it up. Okay. Let's see here. AI sexy. Let's see. Yeah, maybe. I gotta be careful. There it is. Okay, here we go. Right? So let's open image, new tab. Well, hold on here. I can actually. There we go. Okay, so this is one of the images, right, that I've seen floating around. Now, I can't say that I'm like the biggest fan of this. All right, that is hot as fuck. If this was in the movie, would this do better? That becomes a question. If this was in the movie, would people be more interested in wanting to see it? I think it's kind of like it's an interesting question, because you do have to ask yourself, what is the demographic of people that are going to be going to see this movie? Is it going to be young kids? Well, the answer to that is no. The answer to that is actually no. And here is another image that they took. This happened when they did the stuff that came out from the movie last summer, and so that ends up being a thing. Right? Like, is this what people want to see? You want the long red boots? I get the kink on that one, yeah. I remember when they put Melissa Benoist Supergirl in pants. That was her choice, by the way. That was, if I recall correctly, that was her idea to do. That was her idea. Brazilian artists are widely known to take characters from other series and put it in other series. Yeah, but under U.S. copyright law, that's still illegal. I think the photos she did for Vanity Fair were better. Well, these aren't real. These aren't real. Let me see here. Millie, oh, okay, hold on. Vanity Fair, let's see. Here we go. Vanity Fair. Is this the article, or do I have to like look through? Are you talking? Oh my God. Read more. Become a person. Become a subscriber. No, fuck you. Jesus, I just want to look at your article. I don't give a shit about your fucking thing. I'm not trying to be your pal. I'm trying to be your friend, bud. I'm just trying to look at the article so we can see whether or not those images are better. They probably are. Okay. Here, we can kind of see a bit more here. Okay, so we got this image of her here in a pantsuit. All right, not bad. And that's like the only image. Most nations ignore U.S. copyright law. That is true. And I'm not even arguing against that. What I'm talking about is the fact that this is an American company that is selling artwork that is using property from another American company. That's what I'm talking about there. That's what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, are there any other photos of Millie from that Vanity Fair? I mean, she's not an unattractive person. I'm not saying she's unattractive. This is like some of the stuff here. I hate how Instagram like low reses everything from Google. But again, like these are, I don't know. This is a nice photo of her. This is a nice one from Vanity Fair. And then you got this one here from when she was doing the makeup commercial, you know, which is nice. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know what's going to happen with this. You know, we've had 3 iterations of Supergirl in the last, like, I don't know, fucking few years and shit. So I have to wait and see. But I don't know. I feel like Supergirl is up against a lot. Like, like the thing is, like, they're saying that some people are saying that it's looking at getting like a, oh God, like a fucking $70 million opening weekend. You know? Oh, okay. Here we go, David. Here we go. Okay, I get it. I get it. I get what you're saying. Okay, I get it. I understand that. Yeah, I understand that. I don't want to like show off all my DMs, so I'll go to the next one there. It's nice. And then you've got this one of her here. This one here, I don't know. I can't say I'm like super. You know, I mean it's nice, but it's like 1950s kind of like, I don't want to say like hooker attire or nothing, but okay, this looks good. Looks good. Again, I don't know necessarily what's going to be happening in the movie. What the fuck am I looking at? Okay. All right. Where am I at there? Okay, so I actually that's a good enough segue. I got kind of distracted for a second. All right, it's a good enough segue. I want to show you guys. We're gonna watch something here, and you guys are gonna be fucking laughing your ass off because we're talking about Supergirl. Okay, so we're talking about Supergirl, and we got to talk about Lobo. And I want to show you guys one of the most unhinged AI videos I've come across. I don't even fucking know how this guy did it, but it is wild. And you guys have got to see this. This is Lobo Funhouse Fucked. 7-minute Sea Dance 2.0 AI horror VFX demo. Check this out.
Listen up, you soft bastards. This is just some AI fan film. If blood, guts, and extreme gore bother you, then turn this shit off right now before you start crying like a little bitch. But if you're a real sick fuck who can handle it, welcome to the show, you degenerates. They only gave me a sidekick job next to that homely little Cape girl. Screw it. I grabbed a camera and shot my own sizzle reel on my last bounty. This is what a real night of carnage looks like. Roll it. Big bounty on whatever turned this whole damn city into flesh-eating zombies. Gotta carve through these hordes to collect.
It does not look awful. Shut the fuck up.
Overrunning everything lately. But the big one, she's the real prize. This is gonna get wild real fast. Keep running, you cowards! I'm just getting started! This is how you ride, you weak little bastards! Pathetic! Time to get personal. This is almost too easy, you walking corpses! Sun's still up. You're still breathing. Lucky you. This is how you get carved! Show's over, you worthless pigs. Best damn footage I ever saw. Keep it rolling! Well, ain't this some shit? Luna Park Hospital. Looks like the lard ass found a place that could keep up with their appetite. Fucking hell. Smells like barbecue and bad decisions. All right, you greasy fucks. Time to close this place down forever. Sorry, sweetheart. I'm here for the doc. You're just in the way.
Fucking
You fat sacks of
motherfucker
rock
at another
picked the wrong
motherfucker.
night. This is how you lose weight the hard way.
Look at the titty jiggle.
Keep feeding me, you walking meat sacks. I cut that greasy bastard clean in half. Look at the mess I left. That fat fuck didn't even know what hit him. Nowhere left to run.
Jesus Christ.
You can go. Look at me tear through those first level fucks. You fat bastards pop like overripe fruit!
This is like one of the most unhinged things I've ever seen.
Ah! Keep feeding me, you walking meat sack!
Oh my god, fucking nitpick more. Jesus Christ, enjoy the violence.
God, you rotting freak! Where's the big boss? Luna Park Fun House. That's all I needed, you freak. Fuck yeah. That zombie bitch finally gave up the goods. The whole damn carnival. That's where the big bloated boss is hiding. Hot damn. Trail of fatties leads straight to Luna Park. This is gonna be one hell of a bounty. I'm fucking ready. Hell yeah, I always love these damn roller coasters. Best part is the ride up. That's more like it. Come on, you fat fucks.
There you go. He used
Check out
it.
these one-liners I dropped on the roller coaster. Had to try a couple different ones. Shit! Stupid fucking toy! Die, you fat fucks! Last call, sweetheart. Where's your daddy, you rotten freak? I'll kill him next.
Not safe for work. Not safe for work.
At the bottom of the food chain, sweetheart. Who's next for the chopper? Let's dance! You call that a bite? This is a bite! That's what happens when you bet against the main man. Which one you think hits hardest, baby? Yeah, those lines were gold. This whole thing is gonna be nasty. Come on, you sons of bitches! You want some of this? Fuck yes, look at this beautiful fucking mess. This is what I live for! You think that hurt? I've had worse from my mother! Come to Papa! Hey, free ride, you fat fucks! You lard asses fly better than you fight! Best damn sky bacon I ever had! What the fuck is going on? Where's the damn ground? Feel the love! Yeah! Taste the pavement, you fat fuck! Time to collect my bounty on this giant.
What in the fuck? What in the fuck?
Keep swinging, you fat fucking cow! This is the good stuff right here. God damn. Best damn prize I ever carved out of a fat fuck. Come on, baby, movie night's on me. Try to keep up. Whole damn carnival turned into one big bloody slaughterhouse. Bounty paid. Funhouse fuck. That's a wrap, you fat bastards.
Okay, 4-1. Non-commercial AI-generated horror VFX experiment created with C-Dance 2.0. This is a fan-made artistic and technical demonstration only for experimental and demonstration purposes. Wireborne AI. So this whole thing was just done to be fucking shitty. It was all a test. So PCR, calm your fucking tits. Oh my God, dude, you sound like a Karen. This is so awful. The dialogue is terrible. It's terrible. Oh, I need my fucking pearls and my fainting couch. It's so bad. It's violent, over the top, gory schlock. It's fun as fuck. Yes, Mo is correct. What do you mean 5 out of 10? You one whimsical bitch. That was amazing. Oh, that was fucking wonderful. I talked to the guy who, you know, like I talked to the guy who made it, and I was asking him about it. And I'm like, how'd you do it? And he's like, oh, he had some leftover credits that he was working with a client on. So he just made it that way. So that's what happened. Either way, though, man, I thought it was great. That was fucking fun. Like, that shit to me is hilarious. And I was just going like, see that, man. You know, okay, hold on. PCR. I want to show you. I want to show you something you might like. Okay, how about this? Okay, here, we're gonna take a look at this. Take a look at this. This is a film. This is a film called No Shark from 2022. Okay, right. Yeah, I'll link it to you in the chat too. You're gonna like this one. Okay, this movie is 1 hour and 49 minutes.
It's hard to do something, whatever it is that you want to do. Have you noticed that? Not just that it's hard. They say it takes luck. Everything is a 1,000,000 to 1 shot, apparently. Or worse. Hundreds of millions. Billions. I don't know. Odds like that, it's a wonder anything happens at all. It's a wonder we're even here. Or anything is here. Yeah. But we are here.
We are here.
And here is here.
Here is here.
We must not be very good listeners. I think we're here to not listen. To go for it anyway, whatever it is that we want, and probability be damned.
Yep.
That's how anything happens.
Absolutely.
From a starfish to making it. Whether making it is getting laid in high school or becoming a Hollywood starlet.
Yeah.
We all have our goal.
I wanted to get laid in high school.
I know mine. I want to be eaten by a fucking shark.
So this is a movie. It's a monologue. The whole thing is a monologue. It's written and directed by a guy named Cody Clark, who has done like 31 films. This whole movie is just about this girl's day at the beach and how she wants to get eaten by a shark. And there's a couple interesting shots here. We could find the shots I'm trying to find. You'll see why they're interesting when I can locate them again. It's been... There we go. Okay.
The anti-shark propaganda that pervades movies and the news is too strong. Meanwhile, of course, something like 500,000 humans are murdered by other humans every year. Not to mention the fact that, humans kill 100 million sharks a year, completely needlessly.
Yeah.
Sharks are not your enemy. Your fellow man is. I say, in my head, to an audience of no one but myself. It's probably for the best, because people don't deserve me, or any pieces of me.
Yep.
My brilliant words are often lost on them, and I'm just a piece of ass in their eyes. And people don't even deserve that piece. I give it away anyway, though. While I'm still alive, it just makes sense to.
Just saying, it's like very interesting... Right? I'm just saying, hey, Matthew, do Collins real soon, buddy. There you go. You are not Mr. fucking Whimsy, Spherical Man. You are an unwhimsical person. Anyway, this whole thing is interesting, but it's a monologue. This whole fucking movie is a monologue. And you come back over here to the replayed stuff because people are trying to find out when there's a shark. But the movie's called No Shark. So there's no shark in the movie. And that's just the reality of it. So, it is just that. But that's a lot of... I don't understand. That might be more up your alley, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But I agree with Ahsoka here for the 5. Thank you. I'm here for the spicy AI videos. Sorry, I'm a freak. We've come to the right fucking place. Also from Ahsoka for 5. Thank you. Should have been the hentai involving Lobo and the ginger woman. Look, man, there's a limit to what the AI can do. But the fact that they were able to make Jason Momoa look like Jason fucking Momoa, and even though the voice didn't sound like Jason Momoa, it still embodied the idea of Jason Momoa. I think we need to definitely keep that in mind. The embodiment of who the character is. You know, it's crazy, dude. It's fucking crazy, man. But this is why I showcase the AI video, is because the AI video is where things are just fucking interesting. All right? Like, it's just interesting. This is why this and indie horror films are what's interesting coming out of fucking Hollywood. I don't want to say Hollywood, coming out of the internet right now, because the internet is going to be what dictates everything. You know what I'm saying? Like that's going to be what the next wave of this stuff is. We finally gotten to the point now where Hollywood can't necessarily contain everything. You know what I mean? Like, they can't contain the spread. They can't contain where people get their, where people get their entertainment from anymore. It can be something that's online. It can be something that is going to be distributed by a person. I mean, look at Neil Breen. He's been able to develop a fan base. All of these guys have been able to develop a fan base. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm saying. That's where the future is fucking going. And that is why Hollywood itself needs to kind of kind of get in line. Now, I'm trying to remember if I'm trying to remember PCR, if you're non-Kino cinephile or not. I am trying to remember if you are or if you're not. Because he sent me something the other day, and I want to try to see if I can bring it up here. Because he posted a video to me privately, and about a feature film he produced. I wanted to show the trailer, but it's for some reason Twitter is not wanting to load it, so we'll give it a second there. So I don't know really what it's called. Let's see, profile. Come on, man. Does he have it listed here? I don't think so. God damn it. Like, don't just send me fucking silent shit, man. You gotta send me shit I can fucking find elsewhere. Okay, hold on. Let me go back and try to find it again. Maybe it will load. Okay, there we go. All right. Let me see. Sorry, guys. I know. All right. This is the trailer. I don't know what this movie's called, but this is apparently what non-Kino cinephile is. He produced this.
No, I think we got us a psycho out there. Some lunatic doing God knows what.
It's not a lunatic.
What's that supposed to mean?
This morning, the animals, same deal. They were cut open like something wanted to see what was inside.
Why is the military here?
This town was being watched.
So they knew.
Cannot adjust the also that's I don't think that's him, because this is very much AI. There's a lot of AI in that. I don't know if you guys caught that. There's AI in that. Looks interesting. Again, it's you can see the AI stuff, but the AI allows them to have the visual effects that they wouldn't be able to have otherwise. That is where we are. That is what's going on. So I figure we'll go for about maybe I don't know, 15, 20 more minutes and whatnot. I'll tell you guys what, I will drop the link if anyone wants to come on in, but, I'll figure yeah, that was loud. Yeah, that was loud. Nothing I could do about that, unfortunately. But here, we'll take a look here at this weird one here called New York. The Osiris universe. This is an AI film from Reddit.
They said the flood would wash away our sins, but all it did was bury the world we knew.
York City. I have a plan to get us there, but we have to move fast.
Okay, like okay, I can't. I'm sorry. It's the idea there is that it's like Sea Dance. It was using fucking VO3. The problem with it is, again, it's like if you're not going to take the time to like edit it properly and make it work, then that's always kind of an issue. This is a tampon commercial, by the way. Okay. Oh, I figured as soon as I drop it, Mo would come on in. Can we watch the Lorax? Can you go fuck yourself? What's up, Mo?
Hold on. Give me a second. Yeah.
Okay.
What's up, man? How you doing?
Chilling.
Yeah. What a Wednesday night, ain't it?
It is. Yeah. It is. I got to. I got to go back to work tomorrow. Unfortunately.
Yeah, you and me both, brother. Except you have a 12-hour shift and I don't.
Yeah. Tomorrow. I don't think tomorrow is 12 hours, but anything could happen.
I mean, I only got a 5-hour shift tomorrow morning. Hopefully, I can get more, but other than that, I don't see that happening though. So.
Yeah, I'm waiting to see where things go. And the thing with my job is that it just kind of like ends up doing whatever, So.
Want to watch the Lorax again?
No, I hate the Lorax. That's the thing. H parts.
I don't know anybody who likes the Lorax except my dad, but he likes anything animated.
Yeah, it's there's a lot. We got David here as well. What's up, David?
Morning,
What's
David.
going on? What's going on, David?
Did you unmute him?
No, he's not. I didn't mute him. I only mute you.
Yeah, you're tempted to mute me.
I mute you when you're like, I'm in the kitchen and I'm just doing some shit. And
all right, I stopped doing that. Since,
you're like, hold on, I'm gonna fucking make myself some goddamn ramen and not mute the microphone. I'm just like, ding, 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 ding. I'm like, what are you doing? You're like, yeah, I'm just fucking falconizing my tires while I wait.
Yeah, I'm fucking hungry. Man, it's the middle of the night. What do you want? I'm not you, man.
Eat silently.
Starve himself and eat fucking
silently. I eat. You know what? Like, I fucking eat after the fact. Like, I went out today because I celebrated my girlfriend finishing her training because she started working at my company. So I went up, took the kids. Yeah.
Congratulations on the new job, then.
Yeah, no, she's liking it.
Cool.
She's liking it. She's getting used to like 10-hour shifts, but it's she came back. Well, she came back from the first day of it, and she was like, I now understand you. I now understand why you're tired. I'm all like, yeah, it's good though. That's good. No, I'm working on I'm gonna be working on so that whole No Shark movie I showed, right? That little bit from that monologue. Yeah. Right. It got me thinking about what would be interesting is having because right now a couple things are like after the back rooms, liminal horror is going to be the next big thing. Get ready to get fucking flooded with liminal horror.
Yeah.
Why would make you say that?
Because
did you not see the success of Backrooms? Yeah, I know. Who's chalking up their pool cue? It's Mo. It's a fan.
Well,
Whatever Mo has a fan on right now.
I don't have a fan on.
What are we hearing then that sounds like a fucking bathroom fan?
That's me. I can I'll step out because if you can hear that, I don't want to disrupt your stream.
No, it's fine. I'm assuming that it's hot. I'm assuming that it's hot in Hawaii.
No. It's the fan of my computer.
That's a fan of your computer?
Yeah. So my fan has been acting up for a while. I bought a new one. I just have to get it repaired. No, it's internally, and it's
okay. I mean, I'm personally fine with it. it's not gonna like it's not gonna be.
I don't want. I'll step out if it's
No, it's
disruptive.
for me.
I don't
It's
even
fine.
hear it.
I hear it. I thought it was Mo, and I just chalked it up to Mo being Mo.
Oh no, I've turned my volume down, so but you can still hear me.
It.
Fuck you, man. Fuck
What?
you.
It's true. It's true.
I
I'm
know,
pretty-
but still,
I'm
I mean,
pretty
I
certain
would've-
at this
I
point
know
you've-
I turned off all the fans in my room right now, and I closed the fucking window so we don't have any other.
Oh God,
fucking voices
how
coming out.
hot is it in LA right now?
Not in my area.
Okay.
Like I said, Whittier is
Okay,
pretty cool over
okay.
here.
Yeah, because
But
like I mean, it was like
I'm pretty hot right now.
it was like 80 degrees here and 87 degrees here in Washington today, but right now it dropped down to a nice cool 57.
We're at 64 right now.
Yeah, I always laugh at that when I'm like 45 degrees is really nice. you live in the Northwest and you're like, man, 45 is like shorts and t-shirt weather.
Well, it's funny,
Yes, it
right?
is.
In Hawaii, people just walk around when it rains in shorts and in t-shirts. I'm
Well,
like,
because you
how-
never know when it's going to rain in Hawaii.
That's true. That's so true. I'll be going to work and it'll start to drizzle, and then it will start to rain a little bit more, and then it's like it will start to pour, and I'm like, oh my God, out of nowhere.
Yeah. When I was
But-
there, it didn't rain. Thankfully, when I was there, it didn't rain. But it would have been nice if it rained, just because the humidity in Honolulu was bad, but when we were in Hilo, it was nice. It was fine. Yeah. That's where I just want to go to like Kauai. That's where I'm angling to go when I get the chance to go back. Now that I've wait, out of Hawaii already? You just got there.
Yeah. No, I know that. I can't. So my family was like, yeah, because my stepsister, my family's letting me stay with them. And then in August, they're sending their last son to college. So they want an empty nest.
So you're going to be part of that empty nest situation?
Exactly. So I'm looking around the country. I'm like, okay, well, because I want to go to my same job, but I can't transfer yet because I haven't been there a year. I'm like, okay, so where do I go? Chicago, Boston, LA, Vegas, because this is a tips, as you know, this is a tips-driven kind of job, and so I'm like, okay, where is the most affordable type of thing? So, yeah. So hopefully by like the middle of August, yeah. So I'm thinking.
Yeah, well, I mean, right now, fucking tourism is down in the U.S.
Yeah.
A lot of that's impact. Well, but then we also have like the World Cup is coming to Seattle this weekend.
Oh,
and,
God.
And so here's the thing with this, right?
Huge.
It's going to be huge, but I was on this one subreddit and they're talking about tipping, and they're everyone's kind of excited for the World Cup coming here, and then they're going like, you guys realize that like 90% of the rest of the world doesn't tip.
Yeah.
Right.
They don't even know what it is.
I always go back to that scene in the first scene, Reservoir Dogs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, what is it? Last summer, this is really funny. I had these passengers from New Zealand, and they were going on a cruise, and I'm taking them to their hotel, and they're all like, they're like, so like, what's the deal on tipping? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, well, what's customary? And I'm all like, I guess whatever you want, And they're like, all right, so like, we got to like fucking tip everybody. I'm like, I guess if you want, yeah, it's kind of, I mean, that is something that happens here, but it is what it is. And they're like, all right, thanks for telling me, mate. I dropped them off fucking nothing.
I mean, that was a tip,
They were like, literally, like, I was giving them a tip about tipping, and they're like, all right, great, fuck you.
I mean, you did tell them you don't have to do it, and genuinely, they don't understand the subtext of that shit. It's like, you don't have to. It's almost like a guilt trip, but to them, it's like, all right, you told me not to do it. I ain't gonna do it.
It wasn't even telling them not to do it. I'm just going like,
I know,
there's
but
there's no
that's
customary on it. Yeah,
that's their mentality. Like, you just tell them like, don't do it, and don't do it.
Well, I had these two ladies from Australia a couple weeks ago, and the same thing, same situation. They're like very nice, very lovely people. And as soon as I get people that I know are from like Australia, New Zealand, or whatever, like I get shit. But who tips the most are Filipinos. Filipinos tip the most, man.
Yeah.
And they tip really well. Like I get a lot of Filipinos.
Okay, so PR, the Philippine Airlines, we have, no joke, on like the weekdays, and anywhere between 10 to 15, maybe sometimes 20 wheelchairs, and I'll be pushing. Every single time I pushed a wheelchair down to that particular gate, $20 every single time.
At SeaTac, there's a lot of Somalians, right? A lot. Oh my God, so many like we have so many Somalians that work in the SeaTac airport. I'm not even kidding you. Like, and they have a thing. Muslims have a thing where they wash their feet, right? They have to wash their feet, so they wash their feet in with toilet water.
Oh God.
Right, with toilet water, you know, and so like I'll take customers to the bathroom, passengers to the bathroom, and then I'll be like, okay, if there's water on the floor, it's just water. And they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, it's just water. And they're like, why are you telling me this? I'm like, it's just water. And they're like, and I'm trying not to be mean. I'm not trying not to be denigrating to anyone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really trying to like be nice about it and be like, no, it's a religious custom. We have Muslims that work here and they pray and everything else, and they wash their feet, and that's kind of the thing. And but I've seen like a lot of Islamophobia come out of that from certain people who told me about it. Like, they'll be like, you know, they'll make it out to be like really dirty and really disrespectful. I'm like, come on, guys, we don't got to do that. Like, we don't got to do that at all. This is their custom. Like, do I wish that they would find a better way to do it? Yeah, but I'm like, at the end of the day, it's also just water.
It is a bathroom, so
it is it's water. You know what I mean? And like, they're usually pretty good about it. But you go into any of the bathrooms around here, and you'll find just like 16-ounce bottles of water like shoved into like little pockets and shit. And like just everywhere, and you find them all over the place, and it's just that's what they do, you know.
Litter.
The other day, I actually within the last week. So whenever I get a tip, I will always, you know, I'll always just take it, and I have one of those fanny packs. So I'll just put it into that. So the other day, I was, you know, after I finished with the passenger, I walked over to like a corner and just because I put it in my wallet or whatever. And there was a 5 there. I'm like, oh, that. And then I fold back, and there was a 50 in there. I'm like, oh, wow. You know. And then a couple days ago, the same thing. Like, he handed me a bill, and I'm like, okay. You know. And I look, I'm like, holy shit, it was a bit. I got $2 $50 tips within a week. I'm like, holy shit. But I mean, and the thing is, I never expect to get tipped. I mean, whether it's $1, you know, $5 or $50, I never expect that. So anything I get is like, thank you very much, you know, whatever. But I always try to go, you know, I'll push them down to the rental car, which is like a 5 or 7 minute walk, or we've got to take them from whenever they get off the plane to the baggage claim to ride share, whatever. So anything I get is like, because the way I look at it is I'm already getting paid, you know. So, but yeah, I got time and a half too for Memorial Day, which was nice. I just got paid.
That's cool.
Yeah. So, I just got paid.
Oh, well, hold on. Speaking of tips here, hold on. Ahsoka wants to know what the channel of the No Shark video for research purposes. I understand. I linked it right here. If you scroll up in the chat, this is the link to that video. If you don't have it, I will let you know. But it's just go on YouTube, type in No Shark 2022, and you'll find the movie. So thank you for that.
Hey, so Music Man says, "Here's the fan. You're not gaslighting me, right? Because, I mean, you know, I can't hear."
No,
right?
Mo, you're deaf. We know you're deaf. We know.
Yeah, I'm sorry about the fan.
It just
sounds
like
it's so silent right now. Like so silent through my headphones. It's like fucking snug on my head. I'm like, I don't hear anything. So I thought you guys were like fucking around with me.
Yeah. No, I've got to take this up to get it fixed. It'll be like I said, I bought the fan off the eBay. I just got to get it fixed.
Okay.
So it'll be like $100. So, but
yeah,
no,
I mean, it is good. I think I replaced like oh no, I had to replace the power supply. I'm computer illiterate when it comes to like replacing anything. And like a while back, I figured I had to like replace my old power supply on my old tower, and I ended up just like, you know, doing it myself. I was happy that I did it myself. I was like, all right, cool. But you know, it's one of those things. Have either of you seen Obsession yet?
No, but I've heard everything about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Obsession
you
is definitely.
Like it very much. So
I really liked it.
Getting it.
I really liked it. Mo, you will like it because you'll like it.
Okay.
You're gonna watch that movie and you're gonna be like, I feel seen.
I'm gonna go watch the Backrooms on Sunday and
Okay.
probably Match of the Universe tomorrow.
Yeah, I
My
really want to go see
friend of mine.
Masters of the Universe.
Yeah.
Let's see
But,
here. Well,
is
okay.
Obsession is on limited time, or is it like?
Well,
for
it was
whole
gonna be
month?
released on it was gonna be released on digital like already, but because of how much money it's making, they kind of pulled it back, which makes sense, I guess. You
So
know.
how long do you think it's gonna be? A month or
I'd
what?
say a month. I'd say a month. As soon as it starts to have a decline in theatrical popularity, they'll drop it on digital to get that digital fucking money, man. So
Okay,
like
because I saw the title of Session, and I'm thinking for some reason my mind went to the Tyler Perry movie. I'm like, so it didn't make a blip on my radar.
No, the thing with Obsession is just it's really fascinating because it's like just like, have you ever been in a situation where you've had a crush on somebody and they don't feel the same way back? Or you're too
Yes.
afraid to tell them.
Yeah.
Right?
Both
like
sides,
that
both of them, yeah.
both sides of that, right? That's the whole fucking point.
I saw the clip. I saw that. Now I will say I saw that small little, maybe 20-second clip on Twitter where they're in the restaurant, and the POV is just on her, and she's like, she was saying something, and so then it cuts to him, and then she's like, "Well, why are you saying that? Why are you saying that?" And she starts to go more.
Yeah,
mad,
we
for
were
lack of
having
better
a
words.
nice time.
Yeah,
we were having a nice time.
And she stands up. Yeah, that's the only thing.
And
I've
dude, but
seen.
it's so funny at that scene because like the context of that is just going.
Yeah, thinking the same thing.
Well, no, do you know the context of why she stood up and did that?
No.
I'm not going to tell you, but the context of that makes you just kind of laugh and go like, okay, like there's times in the movie you're watching it and you're going, did the wish really work? Is this what it is? Right? It's like, is this, whatever. Or is she just fucking crazy, and, but I'm saying this, so there's a thing, there's an element at the end of the movie that they telegraph in a way that I don't think works very well. But it's like, it's an interesting twist, but it doesn't really seem to work. In many ways. I mean, I get the intent for it. I get the reason for it. I understand why it feels like the best way to kind of like finish the movie. But at the same time, it also then feels like kind of a cop out or more or less like we wrote ourselves into a corner. We need to finish this now.
We have to get it out.
Right. We have to just get the ending out now. This makes the most amount of sense, even if it's not like entirely telegraphed properly. I was reading the Wikipedia and I'm reading like a plot outline and I get to the end of the movie and I'm just going like, oh, okay. That's what that was. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm like, all right. And then it's fucked up. The whole thing's fucked up. It's really good, but it's really fucked up. And then, I mean, the same thing I feel about like, I feel the endings of Backrooms is kind of a fuck you ending. And I won't say anything more than that just because if you haven't seen it, you haven't seen it. But it's like Backrooms, again, really good. Good acting, good screenplay. Definitely not written by a 20-year-old. I think that's pretty apparent when you're watching the movie. Because there's like it's about a midlife crisis, all things considered. And a 20-year-old isn't having a midlife crisis, not yet. Give it 5 years.
That makes absolute sense.
I mean, they're having a midlife crisis with all the shit that's going on at the moment.
Well, that's kind of the whole crisis aspect. Yeah, that's why I think Obsession does really well.
Okay, I'll put that on my list to watch it. And so the ending, you think Interstellar bad or is it just?
No. It's like are you talking about Backrooms?
Yeah.
So the ending with Backrooms is just kind of like, it's like build up. Really cool, interesting climax. I really enjoyed that whole sequence. I won't say what it is, but like, it's freaky. Like, it's legit. Like, okay, I am unsettled watching this.
Ooh,
because it does
ending.
It does play with like, well, no, I mean the climax is unsettling, right? The ending is then, okay, now I have more questions. And now I'm not getting answer to those questions, nor is it ending on a question that I feel it should have ended on. What I mean by that is like when you get the ending of a movie and you're going to try to set up for a sequel, you at least do something that kind of like prompts the sequel.
A cliffhanger, not a cliffhanger,
like
but
a cliffhanger. Like imagine like the ending. Yeah, like the ending.
There.
Yeah, like the ending of Super Mario Brothers, the movie from 1993, right? Daisy comes back. Mario, Luigi, I need your help. Like, oh shit, all right, cool, here we go, back to Mushroom Kingdom. Okay, that obviously never came to fruition, those sons of bitches.
In another universe, it was. In an elf world.
Yeah, in another world, yeah, absolutely. And so
I mean, I haven't been unsettled with a horror movie in a long time, since I think the Midnight Meat Train.
Okay. Isn't that how you lost your virginity, though?
Sorry.
I can see why you'd be unsettled. So. They were playing a game called Just the Tip. The squeaking sound is David's dying computer.
I'm sorry. It's I have to get it.
That's okay. He bought a Dell computer. Feel free to make fun of him.
Oh my
gosh. He wasn't around in the 90s for the dude, you're getting a Dell commercial. Like,
yes.
You weren't around for that time, man. We all know the horrors of Dell PCs. They're shit.
Yeah.
Like my girlfriend literally bought one off of Home Shopping Network 10 years ago, right? And it was just like, it wasn't okay. 10 years ago, it was okay. It's like, we tried turning it on. It takes like 10 minutes to load.
Yeah.
And it's so bad. It's so bad.
Was it running on Windows Vista or Windows 7?
No, it was running on Windows. It was running on Windows 10, but it was just like everything about it was terrible.
That's
but going back to Backrooms though, it's just I just wish that there was more of like this is what's happening, like whether or not you're leaving it open ended, kind of like, okay, remember like the ending of the movie Castaway?
Yes.
Right. I know this is an odd comparison, but okay. So at the ending of the movie Castaway, Tom Hanks gets off the island. Okay. And he's taking like, he had that one package left, right? That he had saved, that saved his sanity. That's like the metaphor of the package.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so he brings it with him, and he's got, so he takes it to a lady's house, and on it is this like butterfly, right? Or rose or some whatever. Right. And he recognizes it. He talks to her at like a crossroads, and then I think he helps her with her truck or something, right? And then she lives up the road. He was just at the house. He sees the same image on the back of her truck, indicating that he knows that that's her package. And they clearly had a moment. And now he's standing at a crossroads, and he's looking around, and then the movie cuts to black, right? So we don't know, does he go on his way? We don't know, does he go back and go meet the woman? Like, we don't know where that story takes us. We just know that there are options available. Okay. Backrooms sets up something like that and then just says, fuck you. Like, literally, it just goes, fuck you.
Wow.
It just basically goes like, okay, we don't have an ending. Let's give you a montage of shots that kind of signify maybe something, but there's so much I want to say. But if you haven't seen the movie, it's like, I have some, again, like it's like so close to being a masterpiece. It's like so close. It's really good.
I'm not reading what Forrest is putting out there. I don't.
No, I understand. I understand, Forrest, that at the end of the film, it gives you some answers in conjunction with Clark's assessment, but Clark's assessment at the same time is also then being somewhat countered, or maybe even or complemented by the other thing that's going on in the moment. But what they show you in the montage of shots is, again, not an ending. It's not an ending. It's not an ending. There's just not an ending. You can give me those shots, but give me the ending of fucking Castaway, where you have set up options, right? It's like, okay, it's like if you go and you find listings of like the top 10 single season TV shows that ever existed, that only got one season before they were canceled. Usually at the top of the list is a show called Terriers. It was a 1-season show shot in San Diego. Great fucking show. And it was like about a former cop and a former convict who ended up becoming privatized and shit. It's really good. And then at the end of the season, one of the guys has to go to jail, and the other guy's taking him to jail. And at the end of that, so they're in the car, they're driving to jail. They get to a stop, and they look, and they got basically, it's like to the right or to the left is jail, to the right is Mexico. What are you going to do? Right? Are you going to go serve your sentence, or are you going to run to Mexico? And the thing is, running to Mexico is one of those things where it's not like people would be mad at him for going. He's got a good reason to go. right? Like he's being set up. And so it's like that's where it cuts to black. It ends on a cliffhanger. We never got a fucking conclusion to that shit. Terriers is such a good show.
When did that come out?
2011, I think.
Probably.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. But my whole point, my whole point is that we have options. Did the character zig or did the character zag? And in the case of Backrooms, no, we don't have that. What we do get is something, you know, that is trying to further visually explain what's going on, but it does it in a way I don't feel lands the plane. I think without having that question at the end of the movie for the character at that point to make that choice, then the audience is left hanging. Because it's not even hanging with a question. It's hanging with a, okay, you know, like it's unfulfilled. I'm unsatisfied with the ending of that movie.
Blue Balls has
it is kind of cinematic Blue Balls. A little bit. Yeah, it is like Spherical Man. It's a little bit cinematic Blue Balls. And it's not even like I'm asking for much. I'm legitimately not even asking for anything more than just like so what are you going to do? Like literally that. Right? Like literally all one guy has to say is like, so what do you want to do? Given everything that's going on, right? The questions we know that character is facing, I know it's unsaid, but it still needs to be said. Like thematically, you need the closure on that. This is what I'm talking about. Like you have to have closure. You have to give, the thematic arc has to be met. The closure has to be met. You can still have it open-ended, but there still has to be that ending of that. So, David, am I making sense with that one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
You know what I'm talking about there? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the last shots from the movie.
There has to be some
resolution,
interpretation, for lack of a better word, that, you know, first of all, there has to be a resolution. Okay. And second of all, if you're going to set something up, you want to make it, does he go one way or the other? And you want to make the audience think. And I think from what you are talking about, it doesn't do that at all.
Well, because the character in question is put in a situation to where they have no control. Okay. And obviously that is something that's going to play out as time goes on. And so the question that character is more or less tasked with at the end is like a will you or won't you sort of thing. And I'm trying to be very vague on purpose.
Yeah. I want to enjoy the fucking movie.
I'm trying to be, I don't, and again, if I say something, I don't think it's going to do, you can't really spoil the movie, to be honest with you. Like you really can't spoil the movie.
Yeah.
It's
I'm still not taking any chance.
I know. I'm not trying to spoil it. Right. But I'm just saying, fourth. Yeah. But I'm just saying it's like there's really no spoilers in the movie per se. There are things that might I don't want to say diminish what you get out of it in the end, but at the same time it's like it wouldn't impact anything outside of opening up the question of like why did this certain
It
thing
sounds
happen
like it's one of those you just have to see.
No, it's true. You do have to see. It's good. It's very good. Like, you know, you want to spend more time in the back rooms. You want to see what's happening there. You want to understand what's happening there.
But
they start. Oh my God, that's so fucking loud. They start.
I can hear it now. It's like a squeaky thing.
Just take it out backwards. Put a shotgun through it. Like, my God, did you order
Give it the old yeller? Give it the old yeller's treatment. Jesus Christ.
Well, I don't. Fourth, if I'll drop the link, man. But it's I don't want to spoil too much. You know what I'm saying? Unless the other guys want to dip and you and I just discussed it and we go, this is now a backrooms fucking thing. Oh, David dipped out. He dipped. His fan is getting
he'll be back. He'll be back. He's just gonna get his 12 gauge and take this fucking fan out.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. I don't know. I always hate when you have those kind of problems.
Yeah, same thing with me, except I do it on purpose for some reason.
Yeah, because you're not thinking about it. You're just like, you know.
Yeah, I know. That's just a weird thing. Maybe I should get some medication for that. I don't know. Maybe.
So yeah, it's all right. I mean, I'll tell you this though. Out of okay, David's back. I'll tell you this. I told you. I've foreseen it. Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna again, like Backrooms is good. I think Obsession is better. I do. I think Obsession is better. But
I'll take
that's
your
like
word for it.
that's like saying like, it's like a margin of like a degree or two.
Yeah, but
They're
take
both
it. I mean, I'm gonna take it with a not with a grain of salt because I can trust you with a lot of movies in particular. But you know me. I like the
Yeah, no, it was good. It was
For
good.
God's
Like
sakes.
it was an entertaining movie. I definitely liked it. Again, I think I connected more with Obsession just because of the whole relationship angle on things.
And the monkey paw.
And the monkey paw sort of it, yeah, side of it, yeah, and it's just kind
How
of
long
like
were both movies anyway?
hour 50, I think, for both. Not long.
Like,
I think like
how did it feel like? Was it like fast, nonstop, and on the edge of your seat kind of stuff, or like
I mean,
interesting in a sort of
no,
way?
no, it kept my interest the whole time. You know, it was definitely something where it made it. I didn't feel like with Backrooms you can legitimately feel when it goes to like the halfway point. Like you can legitimately see that. Yeah. Okay. Spherical Man says an hour 50 for Obsession, an hour 45 for Backrooms. Yeah.
Okay, that's reasonable amount of time to get.
And I would say neither needs to have anything clipped. They don't need to be shorter. They honestly, I think Backrooms could potentially be longer with giving us more lore and more breakdown on that front would be fine. I'd be okay with that. I think Obsession's is very well paced, so I don't think you would need to do more or add more to it or take away from it. Maybe you could. I mean, you don't even really want to trim a lot of it because you just don't know where it's going to go next. Like you just don't know how crazy it's going to get.
Oh, like a roller coaster kind of stuff. Okay.
Yeah,
in the dark.
Mostly because of the way that it's, the way that it's done with with the characters and what. Again, I don't want to say too much, but they're
cool.
They're both
cool.
good. I mean,
you there, David?
Oh
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll definitely take a look at the shorts for that one there.
Yeah. So anytime you have a TRT or total running time, I always account the last 5 or 7 minutes, at least 5 minutes for credits. So it's really like 145 and 130 or 140, which is still a good running time.
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I completely agree.
So
what the hell, man?
June is going to be packed though. This is going to be a very interesting month just because we've got Masters of the Universe tomorrow, okay, or this week. You've got Toy Story, Disclosure Day on the 12th. You've got Toy Story coming out, Toy Story 5, I can't believe that, the 19th, and then Supergirl the 26th. So,
I cannot wait for that. I already got 6 tickets on that.
All of those movies, at least Supergirl, I was obviously watching what you were saying about, but those movies, they were all made for overseas. That's where the market is. So
they do love the white girl.
Huh?
They do love the white girl overseas, don't they?
Well, no, it's not even that. There are more. I won't say they don't care. They care lesser. They don't care as much about reviews over there. They will just go see a movie. And when
I think the outside world is more like keen on making it a special event for them. For God's sake.
Yeah, no, I would
enjoy it more than we do.
Yeah, yeah. And so I think that Supergirl is going to make its money, but the majority of it's going to be overseas. It will be lucky to crack $200 million here.
Well, apparently, like some people are saying $70 million because of the advanced ticket sales, right? But I wonder how much of those advanced ticket sales are happening. I don't know if they're doing the sale for the Wednesday show because they got a special Amazon screening. That's going to be different. Yeah.
That's interesting.
The Amazon. Well, they're doing that. They're doing they did even tonight with Masters of the Universe. They did a special screening of it tonight, right? Like it's a Wednesday. It's
yeah.
And it's not even like any kind of special event or anything like that. Like they're just now dropping it on Wednesday, and then they're going to do the early, the preview screenings. This is just another preview screening. This is just gonna factor into fucking Friday.
Yeah.
Ah,
I'm
shit,
gonna go
talk
see
about
that
IMAX.
tomorrow.
What the fuck?
So, I mean, I was thinking about this last night. Do you think there's going to be a post credit scene?
In Supergirl?
No, Masters of the Universe.
There's 2 of them.
Oh, there are?
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
people who I know some people I already went to go have already seen it. They already that was following on Twitter.
That's interesting.
There's a cameo from a
I don't really
character
care about the cameo.
that
I
some
was
people
thinking about,
I
okay.
mean, but which character do you think is going to cameo?
Dolph Lundgren.
No, character,
Whatever character
not
it is.
person, character.
I hope he comes out.
Character.
No.
Shira.
Yes.
Oh God. Ram Man?
I mean, that was obvious.
No, Ram Man's in the movie. Ram Man is in the movie. He's
Okay.
in the trailer.
Yeah. Oh, Stratus?
No. Fisto's in the trailer, but I think Ram Man's in the movie too.
Okay. I'm trying to go through all the. I don't know.
No, it's
Orko?
it's Shira. It's Shira.
Ah,
Shira.
Oh, okay.
yeah. I mean,
I
we
didn't
all
know
knew
that.
that like a week ago.
So that
for
means
some-
that they're gonna
some
do
reason.
the origins of Skeletor, probably, as you know. So
Well,
Skeletor's
apparently
probably gonna be
Skeletor is the
a
best part of the fucking movie. Everyone's been ragging on fucking Jared
Jared
Leto
Leto.
being in the movie for ever since it was announced. It's like, oh, Jared Leto is Skeletor. He's not
Yeah,
even doing
but,
any of the.
I mean, I remember the whole the Tron. You know, he got more flack for Tron than he's gonna get for Masters of the Universe because it's not
I mean, he
him.
got more shit with the Joker. Let's not forget that one.
No, but that was for a different thing. I'm talking about
Yeah,
his.
I mean, the cult thing?
It might have been. It was something having to do with law enforcement.
Oh.
I don't know the
Wasn't that
allegation.
Ezra Miller? Are you not thinking
No.
about Ezra Miller?
No. There was something against Jared Leto, and
Jared Leto's been accused of a lot.
yes,
Yeah, you gotta be
And
more specific on that
so
one.
yeah, so that's why he wasn't in any of the campaign for Tron or this one, and so I think if you didn't know, so you're right, he is only the voice, but yeah, it's.
But here's the thing: is like when he was Hatbox Man in Haunted Mansion, like 2-3 summers ago, he had accusations against him back then as well, right? And he wasn't in the market. And guess what? He was great as Hat Top Box Man.
Damn.
Did you ever see that?
Just forget about him.
He was the villain. And by the way, I will say that Haunted Mansion movie was good.
Yeah?
I liked it. Yeah. I mean, like, it was better than the Eddie Murphy movie.
Oh, okay. Let's not talk back about it.
Yeah, well, that Eddie Murphy movie, man, that movie had I think if that movie would not have come out like 4 months after Pirates of the Caribbean and how good that movie was and how big that movie was, the expectations on Haunted Mansion wouldn't have been as high. You know what
And
I'm
it's
saying?
also at the time where Eddie Murphy was not doing very well on his movie choices. Still isn't to this day, so you really can't get him out anywhere else.
Well, I mean, I think it's how do I say it? Like, I don't know. I mean, Jared Leto is still going to find work.
Yeah.
Like that's it. He's still going to find work, and people are going to be going like, I don't understand it. Why is he doing?
How
work?
old is he anyway? He
He's
seems
like 50.
immortal in my
He's like
eyes.
50.
Jesus Christ, what is he eating? Souls?
Children,
That's
yeah.
what I was gonna say
Children,
that, yeah.
souls. I think is a pretty big one.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, he's not.
Pedro Pascal gets older, good or. Go ahead. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's the long hair. That's the thing. It's his appearance. It's not his face. It's the long hair.
I mean, his face has no
Sorry,
wrinkles
Music
to
Man.
that face.
Sorry, Music Man. I will get that fixed as soon as possible.
No, he's referring to me. I'm the noise. That's too annoying.
No, hold on. Is Jared Leto only doing the Skeletor voice? I thought he did the body work too.
Yeah?
I don't know. I would have thought if he was doing the voice, he was doing the mocap too.
Well, I don't think it's mocap. It's actually a guy in a suit.
Oh, really?
And he's not the guy in the suit? He just.
Interesting.
Is it, so this is like Mandalorian situation where he's just a voice?
Maybe. I'm not too sure.
I mean,
But,
are we gonna get a flashback to when
Yeah,
Skeletor had
Jared
a
Leto.
face?
Jared Leto was the voice and the physical on-set performance.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I really want to fucking see Skeletor, dude. Like, I really,
say
you know what?
that-
I'm
Yeah.
also down to rewatch the
Dolph
Kevin
Lundgren
Smith, the Kevin. Well, yeah, that one
Oh.
I need to rewatch.
Did you not see the 2003 animated series? It's only like I think 2-3 seasons.
The which one? The Kevin Smith one?
No, the one from the 2003.
No.
That's the one that introduced me to He-Man because as a kid, I saw the original He-Man and was like, that looks fucking gay. you know.
If you watch the behind the scenes of the 1987 movie, it's fascinating to see what they had to do and how they had to do it. They didn't want Dolph Lundgren because of his accent, so they had to go back and do a couple of takes. And so after, because they put up half the money and then the studio put up half the money, and then they finally got it. They finally came to an agreement where he was okay. But like that whole final battle, that was shot in one day. And the director had to bring Dolph Lundgren and everybody back, Frank back, just for one day of shooting to get all those shots because they wanted to shut him down. And the studio went dark. It was pretty fascinating. So that whole thing.
Where do you see that?
I watched that on YouTube, the behind the scenes stuff. Behind the scenes Masters of the Universe, 1987. But and then they had the executives of the toy companies and the director and everything else. And you got to remember too, right around that time, you had Conan the Barbarian or Conan the Destroyer that had just come out. I think Conan the Destroyer was 85.
Conan the Destroyer. I mean, isn't that loosely connected to the original?
No, hold on. Spherical Man. I'm on IMDb right now, and no one is listed as Jared Leto's as Skeletor's body. It's just him as Skeletor.
Huh.
Yeah, PCR. You don't really care. You don't really seem to care about much. I'm curious, what movies do you like? How about that?
You've just been a negative Nancy the whole time.
Hold on. Is Kevin Smith done? None of his announced movies are happening. Oh, you mean like Mallrats 2, Clerks 4, Jay and Silent Bob, Store Wars, whatever they're doing with that. He's got ideas. I'm sure he's working on something.
Yeah, I just
his mom also died a couple months ago.
That's
his
sad.
mom died
When
back
did
in
that
March.
happen?
Yeah.
Ooh, 2 months ago, huh? That's sad. Maybe he needs some time.
Yeah, I mean his mom and him are like really big.
I mean, who isn't with their mom?
Let's see here. He's supposedly doing Twilight of the Mallrats. I mean, if you think it's crazy to think how many movies he's actually directed.
How many? Like 20 more?
He's God, how many has he done? Let's find out.
And written also.
The only one he didn't write that he directed was Cop Out.
That's the Kevin Hart one, right?
No, that's Tracy Morgan. You racist.
Tracy Morgan. They all look alike.
Tracy Morgan and fucking Bruce Willis. So yeah, he 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Over the course of 30 years, he did 16 films. That's like literally like a film every 2 years.
That's not bad.
I mean, actually looking at it here, the biggest break that he took was from 2016 to 2019, Yoga Hosers. It was 3 years. Between Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back and Jersey Girl was 2001 to 2004. That was about 3 years. Because he had 1994 Clerks, but they shot it in 93. Then 95 was Mallrats. The 97 was Chasing Amy. 99 was Dogma, which I just got that on 4K. I found it on sale at Barnes & Noble for like $20.
You guys are really keen on that movie. I don't know what the deal is.
Have you fucking seen it? Have you seen it? Do you know what?
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Are you a religious person?
No, you know that.
David, put on push to talk. All right. Hold on. Say what you will about the sequel trilogy. At least has some consequences. Luke, Han, and Leia died because Ben refused to be good. Mandalorian Grogu never did that. It speaks wonders. Dude, two entirely different fucking things, man. What are you talking about? Do I think that there should have been more stakes for Mandalorian and Grogu? Yes, I do. But to compare them to the sequel trilogy with those characters, no. Fucking no.
I mean, all in all, I still like the prequels. Not much as I hated the Clone War movie, the animated one.
No, here's the okay. What you got to do is you got to go back, and you got to watch. Wow, Angelina Jolie just turned 51. Sorry, that's like a whole fucking thing.
And she still looks great.
Yeah, would. Absolutely would.
Yeah, your girlfriend gives you the path, huh?
No, I'm just saying. You know.
All right, she would give you the path, and you get the chance. Would you do it? Yeah.
No, I don't think I would. I think that'd be too weird.
Okay. So you were saying?
What was I saying?
Mandalorian.
Oh, right. Yeah. Mando. Okay. Mandalorian and Grogu, smaller stakes. Should have still had some stakes, but smaller stakes. In this movie, again, you got to remember that Mandalorian and Grogu was a movie that was meant to get Star Wars back in theaters and to take the heat off of Star Wars Starfighter.
That thing has heat?
It was meant to take the heat off of it, right? I talked about this last week, the whole thing about if you're a virgin, have sex with somebody right away in order to get it out of your system. So then like the person you want to have sex with doesn't feel the pressure of you being the first. Nobody wants to be the first, Mo. Nobody wants to be the first.
Oh God.
Have you ever had that conversation with a woman that you're interested in and you're like, I would like to have sex with you. And she's like, ooh, I don't know.
Yes, I've had. So
you've had that conversation. You know, that's what I'm talking about. That is the metaphor I'm talking about here.
I'd rather not relive that moment again.
Well, you know, I would say take that hand-me-down PS5, hook that shit to a fucking pawn shop, take your ass out to Vegas, and just, you know what, like just do a little fucking slip in the tip. That's it.
No, fuck you. I offered you a gift and you fucking threw it in my face. So
I'm not throwing it in your face. I'm trying to help you.
I'm all right with the sex department. I really
no,
don't
you're not all right with the sex department. You are fucking
anymore, dude.
You are fucking middle-aged and like still not had it.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay, you're not quite middle-aged. You're not like as old as David. Anyway,
I mean, you're 42 or something, right? Like,
no, I'm 44, but I have 2 children, which means I have at least bumped uglies twice.
I mean, more than once, more than twice.
You know, I'm a pretty good shot. What I'm trying to say.
Yeah, yes, you are. I mean, I'm not saying anything wrong. I'm just saying, like, I'm just not that interested as I was 10 years ago, and David did that.
Yeah, well, I will say the Clone Wars movie. Here's the thing: if you're gonna watch the Clone Wars movie, StarWars.com has got a what's it called? A watch order for the Clone Wars, and the movie is not what you start with. And you do a couple other episodes before you get to the movie, right? And it like even one of them's in like season 2. I think the first one's in like season 2, episode 18. I think, right? And then by the time you get into that, you get into the movie. It's easier to watch because like you get an idea for everything. Is kind of the point, right? That's the whole fucking point.
So I have to jump around. Fucking
not like a great deal jump around. This isn't like House of Pain jump around.
Goddamn.
Okay, it's what?
Now you're showing your age with your jump around. Now I'm showing my age.
That is a good joke. I stand by that joke.
And a good song too.
I think yes, it's a great song. Okay. You know, no cream of the crop. I rise to the top. I never eat no pig because a pig is a cop. I better get a Terminator. Like
next thing you know, you're gonna start rapping the Regulators after this.
Whoa, fuck you. Do not. No. Okay. First of all, okay.
I love the Regulators. That was a fucking great ass song.
Regulators.
It's funny. It's funny when I do the Amazon delivery. When I'm in a rich white neighborhood, I put some rap music out loud just to.
Dude, I had people do that. My last passengers the other night were a black couple, and guy was wearing like a 3X And he was not that big, but he's like wearing a 3X Tupac shirt.
Jesus.
We spent like the whole trip back to their house, like talking about rap and like black comedies from the 80s and 90s and where we are now. And the guy was like, impressed that I knew what I knew, because we started talking about Keenan Ivory Wayans, and I'm just going like, dude, one of the funniest goddamn films ever made is I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker. And he goes like, holy shit, you know, we're talking about like Don't Be a Menace, and like I started talking about Friday, and he's like a big Friday fan, and I was just all like, dude, I'm at Cat Williams in the third one. I just went like, pimp down, pimp down. He starts busting up laughing and shit. So we're having a grand old time just talking about shit we like, you know, and like, and you know, everything else.
No UPN jokes. Yeah, that shit
No,
was
we're not
mainly
talking. We're not
Black
talking
comedy.
about. No, did you ever see the Mad TV skit for fucking UPN?
I probably did, but
It was Phil Lamar
remind me.
talking about like UPN. I think he was there was Montel Williams, and he's like, because they said UPN under. I can't even say the word. It's the N word, but it's the proper word. Not the
Network?
slur. Not the slur.
I know the one that
It's the same. In your people's language is the color of black.
negro.
Yeah, you can say it. I can't.
No, you can say it negro.
I don't. It's so weird.
Say it like I said. Don't say it like
I don't.
the white people would
Don't say it like the white cracker that I am. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
don't
fucking,
say it
I'm
like
so
a white
white.
cracker, okay?
I fucking glow in the dark. That's how white I am. Okay, like
You can say it in French.
like I
Noir.
could walk naked through the woods where I live, and people would be like, "Holy shit, there's a fucking hairless Bigfoot." All right, like I would just reflect everything.
I mean, you're like 6'2" or something. You ain't. Like
No, I'm
12
not. I'm
feet tall.
5'8". What the how fucking big do you think I am, motherfucker?
The white people I tend to know are fucking tall. Okay, I'm 5'6". 6. Yeah.
All white people are tall. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, majority of them are. I mean, I
No,
met
we're not.
TJ from The Amazing Eight, and he's Bigfoot.
TJ is tall. TJ is very tall.
Yes,
he
I
walks
had to look
taller
up when I
because
was
he's got that
talking to him.
banana in his ass. All right, hold on here.
We don't
Do I
speak
think
the banana gate here.
Do I think the Fandom Menace will ever make a comeback or lose their influence over fandom altogether? They've already started losing their influence. I mean, it's like there's only so much you can say. There's only so many things you can complain about without offering any kind of like whatever. Like, for example, like, okay, so like on Twitter, this is really fucking funny. So like so Donovan, again, I love trolling Donovan on Twitter because he's like so fucking psycho everything I say.
I can see that.
You know, so I've been posting these like longer posts on Twitter. And the thing is, do I use AI to help formulate them? The answer to that is yes. Actually, I worked with Grok using the algorithm or like how Twitter operates their algorithm to try to figure out which posts would be the most effective to get retweets and shares and everything else, right?
Mm-hmm.
And believe it or not, it's working. I get actually a fair amount. I'm getting a lot of new followers. The fucking account's actually kind of growing for the first time in 8 years.
No
And
bots,
so-
right? Nothing
And
but
so
real
not
people, right?
a lot of bots. Not a lot of bots. There are still bots, but not as many as you might
I've been
think.
getting bots ever since I fucking bought the Tripmark last week. That's what I
Yeah, they
asked
do
you
that.
on DM.
That's yeah. No. I mean, like I get them, but I just block them. If you get a new follower and it's like a bot account, just block them.
They all look like bot accounts.
But at the same time, but if they're a checkmarked bot account, just mute them, because at that point, you know, that works towards you getting monetized.
Okay.
And so the whole point though is that it's like, so Donovan made this fucking comment I saw today, you know, basically about like I'm just having AI write all my posts and I'm not doing any research, and I'm like, if you know anything about me, all I do is research. Right? Like all I do is research. I love to research. I love to remember things and dive in and figure
You
things out.
scare me when it comes to research. It's like, you overwhelm me.
I'm bad at that. I'm bad at that. I'm very bad at that. Because like even with my girlfriend starting work at my job, I'm trying to explain to her, like she's asking me questions. And I'm like, oh yeah, this. And she's like, okay, slow down. I don't need that much info. And I'm like, no, you kind of do, but I get it. I can be a lot. if I get excited about something. And so I find it. So I find that to be really funny. I always find that to be really funny when people think that I talk out my ass. I talk out my ass a lot, but I'm like, when it comes to this kind of shit, I'm like very detail oriented. And I like there to be details. I'm like, here's the numbers, here's this, here's that, here's what we can figure out. Like you know, I did a post today talking about like the future of everything is going to be like, you know, either AI filmmakers or indie horror makers on YouTube. And I bring up Lionsgate trying these micro budget films from like 15 years ago. and they were going to invest $2 million, every year into 10 films. So $20 million. And if one hit, it would pay for the rest of them. Right. And like, it didn't really work out because they didn't really find the right properties. But I was like bringing that up as an example of Hollywood trying to go lower, smaller budgets. 15 years ago, Lionsgate was, and other companies have done like smaller films as well. Fox Atomic, right, was a low budget or a mid budget comedy brand that they had, little mini studio. And what killed them was what was it, Miss March, the movie from Trevor Moore and Zach Kreger, actually. And that killed that brand. And they were in the process at that point in time of rebooting Revenge of the fucking Nerds.
Oh, yeah, I remember that. Well, that's rapey this time.
It's very rapey.
The reboot would have been less rapey.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying is like, I always laugh whenever someone comes at me with that kind of shit. Because I'm like, motherfucker, I have forgotten more about movies than you will ever know about movies.
See, that's the thing. Like, I kind of respect you on that kind of thing when you know what you're talking about, even though you, like I said, you overload everybody else with information.
I will now. When it comes to,
go ahead.
No, when it comes to Superman, I'm usually just talking shit.
Yeah, I mean, you know how to push my buttons on that.
I know how to push your buttons. I will rage bait. Did you see my post today about Lex Luthor?
The Buzz Lightyear thing.
The Buzz Lightyear thing.
Yeah, I found funny. I found that funny. I learned how to chuckle just through the stuff that you post. So there's not really all that time where I'm going to get like Donovan mad. So
Donovan's always mad. No. What was it? Is I called him out because he got mad at me. Okay, so I said I don't want to buy a PlayStation 5, because for one, I don't really want one. And then two, I'm not spending the fucking money, right? Because if I'm going to get one, I want to get like the pro version. I'm not dropping like $900 on it. I'm sorry. I'm just not going to, And I'm like, as much as I'd like to get Wolverine and Until Dawn 2 or, God of War and like play Dead, fucking Days Gone, Last of Us. I have all these games digital from the PS4. And like, as much as I'd like to, I can hook up my PS4 if I want to play it. But it's like, if I want to get that type stuff, I'm like, I don't trust Sony. I did after Microsoft dropped the ball in 2013. I migrated over to the PS4 and I like the PS4. I think the PS4 is a great system. It's a fucking fantastic system. I think the PS5 looks ugly. The PS5 looks fucking disgustingly ugly. I've never liked the design and I've never wanted to own one. I just don't care.
I hide it when I have it around? You like?
Yeah, but you're the only one in your room, so that's just you hiding your own shame, right?
Yeah.
I
do have shame. Unlike you.
That's okay, but it's kind of like, I feel it's the thing. The thing is with that. So anyway, so I said I just don't want to get one. All right, and so I'm just not going to get it. Bring these games to PC or bring them to Xbox because I think console exclusivity. The only way to defeat console exclusivity is just don't buy it, right? Like just don't buy a console exclusive title. It doesn't matter what the console is. Don't buy it. Don't buy it the first week, right? Because they look at the first week of sales. Like look at the new 007 game, right? First Light. First week of sales, it's like 1.5 million sales. Great. And then like 2.2 million sales. Great. And then today we learned that like Amazon is like, oh, we're taking over publishing of the franchise because we now own the brand. So whatever happens with First Light 2, I don't even know what's going to happen with that shit. But they've Second Light, yeah, or whatever. They've done a lot with it. But that's my whole point though, is that it's like these companies, like they are all in it to make money, absolutely. And the idea there is that if you want them to make money, if you having it open, having gaming open across the board is what it should be, right? Like these companies, we need to get rid of these consoles exclusives because they don't do anything, right? Like Xbox, Nintendo doesn't, but maybe it does, but like in all the consoles basically operate at a loss. So every unit that they sell is money lost for them, right? The way they make their money is through software, not the hardware, but the software. So they get a cut of every game that's sold, right? Whether it's, third party, first party, whatever, they get a cut of that. And so that's where they make their money. So you're saying like they're making less money on PC with Sony games? That's bullshit. What it tells me is that there's a big push for that, and they don't want it to fuck with their overall business, right? Because they need that exclusivity to justify their existence. Microsoft was like, hey, let's push every Xbox on everything, and all these gamers lose their fucking shit over it. And now they're kind of walking that back a little bit. I'm like, that's the wrong course of fucking action. By trying to silo
Halo on PS5, I think.
No,
right?
but what I mean is like, but it's not just that. It's not just that. It's literally just like them trying to be like, imagine Microsoft goes, Elder Scrolls 6 is not going to be on PlayStation. It's just it's on Xbox and PC. Is that fair to PlayStation players when all the other games have been on there? Fuck no, that's not fair. I would have, and I have an Xbox and but I have Games Pass. Like, I'm like, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Like, I would not want that. I would not want that for my friends who have PlayStation to not have access to it. Like, Helldivers coming to Xbox was awesome because Helldivers on Xbox is awesome.
You're welcome, by the way.
Thank you. And that was great. And so that's a good one, and it's like that's cross, platform, and you're playing it with other people. And it's like, why not just have it be open? Like, gaming is getting to a point where graphics are basically apexed, okay, or peaked. They're not really getting any better in the fidelity, but we can optimize things to make them better, and we can then have it be on an ecosystem that can then be played across the fucking board. But these companies, they make more money by trying to keep everybody divided. The console wars is really bad for consumers, but it's really good for these companies. And that's the thing I don't get about gamers. Like, I just look at that every time it comes up. I'm like, you guys are fucking dumb. You're fucking dumb to put this shit behind a paywall of another console.
Conditioned that way. That's why.
Well, they have been, but it's like it's like I can buy a fucking Blu-ray and it can run in any Blu-ray player. You know what I mean? It's like I can buy a 4K and it can run not every 4K player is great. Some are worse than others, but it's like at the same time, it's like a Blu-ray player will play a Blu-ray. Now, I will tell you this though. This is interesting. Did you know that Blu-ray players, if you're going to have a Blu-ray player on a 4K TV, you might it sucks unless you're running it through a 4K player.
On purpose?
Yeah. If you try to take a PlayStation 3 and put a Blu-ray in there and run it into a 4K TV, it looks like shit.
No fucking way. Really?
I'm fucking serious. I'm fucking serious. It's really weird. Right? Like, that's an odd thing. But again, it's like if like me, I like to collect physical media, I got a 4K player, I wouldn't mind a better 4K player, because there's better models, but it's at the same time, the one I have is good.
Out there?
The best ones out there are pretty fucking, I talked to HWAD about that. He'd be the one.
I'll ask him when I get a chance.
Yeah. Let's see here. Okay, hold on here. From Command Unit 5, thank you, buddy. A few chuds tried to do their thing to 40K, got run out of doing content on Warhammer because 40K fans gate kept them for being normies. It was funny. And that's actually why I respect 40K fans. Go figure on that one. They gatekeep the fuck out of their fan base, and I'm fine with that. Right? I'm absolutely fine with that. I think more fan bases need to gatekeep shit because it keeps fucking outside influences from coming in who just want to do their own thing. Like, have you seen the state of Magic the Gathering? I don't even play Magic the Gathering, but I see they're like, oh, we've got a SpongeBob, a collection. We got a Turtles collection. Spider-Man, fucking, we got Black Aragorn from Lord of the Rings. It's like, you guys are just doing this shit. What's the point of doing this shit? What is the point? What do you get out of this? You get
money and collectibles.
I guess the collectibles part of it, yeah. Well, I mean, go look at like Pokemon, the fucking trading card game, those kiosks and shit, right? Like, all I see in those particular situations are stories of like people, getting into fights with scalpers that are buying the cards. And I'm going, does anyone even play the fucking game? Are people actually playing the fucking game? Like, I don't see anyone going out there playing the game. And here's the thing. I was playing the Pokemon trading card game back in goddamn 1999.
I still don't know how to play it.
It is an easier form of Magic. It is a way easier form of Magic.
I'm more of a Yu-Gi-Oh kind of guy, so.
Oh, this is why you're a virgin. This is why you're a virgin. Okay, I'm just telling you this right now. Drop that shit. Get on the Pokemon.
I don't play it anymore, dude. I haven't played it since high school.
So you know what I miss? I miss going to Hearthstone meetups. Hearthstone was fun. That game got complicated as fuck, though. That's the problem with these card games.
That's the same thing with Yu-Gi-Oh. It got complicated to the point I can't play this shit no more.
Yeah, that's
Gotta
a big
learn
problem.
new rules and gotta understand what these the terms mean. I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that no more.
Well, there's that, and you got like it is kind of crazy. Hold on here. This is 20 seconds. This is what Command Unit sent me. Sigmund
Cool.
versus Sevatar if Warhammer ever got a fighting game. Okay. Yeah, okay.
That was
I like
great.
it. I like it.
Oh,
I
let
mean,
me
that's
let
pretty
me
cool.
ask the Command Unit if you still hear a question. Hey, Jerry, are you Command Unit? Are you a fan of the Trench Crusade game? I don't know if you heard of that one, so let me know if you are. It's a pretty fucked up game.
I don't know which one that one is. Oh, shit,
Oh,
it's one.
Trench Crusade is like tabletop games like Warhammer 40K, except it's like a more religious World War One kind of thing with demons and angels and all that shit. That shit looks
Interesting.
fucking amazing. I was watching the lore on YouTube and all the fucking creatures on that shit. It's fucking nightmare fuel out of Clive Barker's like Sweet Dreams.
Interesting.
Yeah, if you ever get a chance to watch like at least one of their like shorts of whatever content creator makes them, you can see like how. Have you ever played Dante's Inferno?
No, I never did. I know they did an animated movie of it, which I think I might have that somewhere.
If but did you see it? Right, you saw it?
No.
Okay. Well,
I think. Well, I found a couple of them. I know I found the Mass Effect animated movie, and maybe it was Dead Space. I found it like on Blu-ray at the Dollar Tree. Which I was like,
2 Death Space animations. I think 3 Mass Effect animations, 2 Halo animations, and 1
God, Halo Legends was not good. Halo Legends was such a fucking letdown. I bought that I bought that day one sight unseen Blu-ray when it came out, when Blu-rays were still a lot more expensive. And I got it, and I was like, "Oh fuck yeah, dude! Halo, like the Animatrix, let's fucking go!" And then I'm like, "What is this shit? What is this shit? It's terrible. Maybe I should watch it again." A lot of anime. I know, right? Batman, Gotham Knight, same thing.
No, that was
fucking
terrible.
No, the one where he's taking on Deadshot was really good. But
the
other
one
than
with the
that,
high collar suit.
yeah, everything else was shit. It's like at least the Animatrix was like trying to like, I don't know, that was good. Okay, hold on here. We got Rational for 5. Thank you, buddy. Consoles are going the way of VCR. Slowly, everything will be PC box with either Steam OS or Windows 11 gaming mode. I agree with you. I mean, Steam just they raised the price of the Steam Deck 2, I think, and that's causing a lot of problems. But at the same time, it's like we kind of have to wait a couple years for like not only inflation to go down, but for these things to become optimized and profitable enough to have them go down in price as well. So right now it's like, I don't know why right now they're going like, we need to like raise the price of everything. I think it's because of Grand Theft Auto 6, if I'm being honest. I think it's because of Grand Theft Auto 6, because they're going to push this idea that Grand Theft Auto 6 is like, it's so advanced that you need to have the top tier console to play it. And I'm like, man, I remember when Red Dead Redemption 2 came out in 2018. Okay, I was playing that shit on an aging PS4 hardware, and it ran great, looked great, played great.
It still does look great.
It still does. I still have it on Xbox. Yeah, it's like, it still looks great, plays great, feels great, is great. I'll tell you what aged really hard, though, is Grand Theft Auto 5. That one aged not great. But it's because it's so. But you know what I'm playing through right now. I mentioned this last week, guys. But I'm playing Max Payne 3, and Max Payne 3, fucking game came out 2012, and it still handles great. It's still a fucking banger of a game, and and I'm like looking for. I'm almost done with it again, and I'm like, I'll press start again and go through it again.
It also has a pretty great story.
The story is fucking dark. Holy shit.
Yeah.
The whole story is. I'm like, this should be a fucking movie. But the guy who voices Max Payne, he died. The guy who voiced Max for 1, 2, and 3, he passed away like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I think it was like lung cancer, wasn't it, or throat cancer?
I forget what it was. I mean, to have a voice that deep, he probably smoked quite a bit. Let's see.
I wish the Max Payne 3 on PC did have. I wish they'd have a Mark Wahlberg mod, which actually would have been funny.
I recently bought Max Payne the movie unrated on Blu-ray.
That's an unrated.
I found it for $5. I was like, fuck it, you're coming home with me. I don't know. Again, I'm more drawn to shitty movies, I guess. But hold on here.
Fantastic for me. Yeah.
Okay, listen, man. I have my limits. Ahsoka here for 10. Thank you so much. I don't get people saying 007 First Light looks like a PS3 game. It looks like a PS4 game, but I still think it looks amazing. Law of diminishing returns for me when it comes to graphics. Here's the thing with 007 First Light. It's Hitman 4. It's Hitman 4. That's what it is. It's Hitman 4. It's just under the Bond license. It is, I mean, they reuse art, they reuse level design, they reuse character designs, or at least very similar. But it really is about like the sandboxy action approach. That's what IOI does really well. You know, Hitman, World of Assassination, whatever. Hitman, the reboot, came out 10 years ago back in March. 10 years ago and 3 months. And they did Hitman 2 and 3, and I still play those games. I play the freelancer mode. It's the roguelike mode on there, and that is so much fun, and it's infinitely replayable for a fan like me, because you just get these little mini missions, right? Sneak in, take out, your targets, try to earn credits in order to buy equipment in the field, and then whatever you bring out of the mission you get to keep. But if you die and you lose anything in the mission, you lose it. It's a roguelike. It's really, really, really good. So First Light, to me, I want to play it really bad, but that's what it is. It's Hitman fucking 4.
That's what I've been telling people, yeah.
So for me, that's how I view it. Thank you for that, by the way. And let's see. Command Unit here says, not a big fan of lore so far, but I'm open to it. Are you talking about that fucking World War II game, whatever?
Yeah, Trench Crusade.
It is hit. It's not. It's essentially Hitman 4. The gameplay is different, but it's also the same. Okay, the combat's been upped a little bit, but it's still very kind of clunky. Even though they got the guy from who did Arkham to work on it, you've got more gadgets to play with. But dude, come on, come on, it's the same engine. They use the same level design. The same set, the same fucking little white dot over a character's head that might be able to spot you. The same detection systems, the same crouching system. It has different gameplay elements, but it's effectively fucking, it's basically just fucking Hitman 4.
It's not like it's a bad thing or anything.
I'm not saying it like it's a bad
thing.
No,
I'm talking about Skeptic.
Yeah, I really want to play it. What I find to be funny, though, is a bunch of these. Have you seen people on Twitter just completely gooning over this one character in the game? She gets out of a pool and she's got a nice ass.
Yeah, the one in the red bikini.
Yeah. They're like, oh, look at that. Oh, look at that ass. And I'm just going you do know Pornhub is right there, right? I'm just saying, you can find.
But they want it
real,
to be out in the
real
open.
women getting dicked right there. You can find it.
You can't, and also you can't access Pornhub in a lot of states now. So they'll get in where they can get it from.
Well, MGM won't have access to the engine on the sequel games. Well, that's because they're going to sign a deal with IOI over it, but they'll publish it. The difference there is they won't develop it. They'll publish it. That's the difference there. Right. That's what we're talking about, is there's a difference in the publishing versus the development. IOI, they have the designs, all the mocap work, everything that they've done. Okay. That's kind of the whole point, is everything that they've done. And so, MGM is not going to look at 2 million copies sold in the first week and be like, we're going to fuck this up for the next one. I mean, they might. We did never get a GoldenEye 2 on the 64. We got because they didn't do Tomorrow Never Dies.
I mean, we got Rogue Agent, didn't we?
No, but I'm talking Rare developed.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Rogue Agent wasn't Rare developed. I mean, Nightfire was good. Some of those games are pretty solid, but it's just those games at the same time are, again, different studios. But the number one, the big bad boy everyone loves is fucking GoldenEye. And here it is 30 years later. 30 years this year, 30 years. Can you believe that? And it's
Quit making
still
me feel old, dude. Seriously.
well tomorrow, but tomorrow never. Okay, but what I mean is Tomorrow Never Dies by Rare, right? Not the same, not a sequel to GoldenEye. But it wasn't a sequel to GoldenEye. That's what you're missing the point. Those games exist because obviously game tie-ins are a thing. But you know what I mean? But hold on. Soka here for 5. Thank you, buddy. The Bond girls in 007 First Light are all smoking too. It's funny how much grifters tried to say it was bad before the game came out. Yeah, that's pretty much how it always goes, right? It was like that.
Still calling it bad because they're being.
Well, they were calling it woke.
Brown chick, you know.
Yeah. It's like Emma's an Indian lady, and they're like, oh, it's so woke. And then big tit fat ass get out the pool, and they're like, damn. Damn,
It's like jingling a ring of keys in front of a baby.
Yeah, well, the thing is, these guys, look, man, these guys just need to go jack off before they get on the internet.
I mean, that's what I do.
They just need to fucking don't leave your bedroom, don't surf the internet with a loaded gun, just go and just fucking get rid of it, get it out of your system, feel good, feel better, calm down, relax, all that shit, and you're good to go.
Yeah, like my first couple dates last year. Yeah. Like fucking
no, but you do that not while you're on the date.
No,
that's why they didn't call you back. Okay,
I don't want to be like just fucking.
You're just like you're like, listen, hold on, I need to go excuse myself for a moment. And he's walking, and you're just all like, Shakira, whatever.
No.
Fucking.
It's way before dates. Like
you sit there, you just got it on dripping off your ear. Do you know that? God, can you believe that movie turns 30 in 2 years?
What, dude? What is it with you trying to show me my age now? I'm already getting old.
Dude,
my back
dude. I was 16 when There's Something About Mary came out. I was working at my very first movie theater job when that movie came out. I saw that movie 5 times in the theaters. So
when did that come out again?
Like June or July of 1998.
I was 7, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, you're going my age. You don't even know Franklin Beans. Okay, we were yelling that at all summer long and shit. Franklin Beans. Fucking Jesus, dude. Even Marky Post was in that movie. She's dead now. That's weird.
Yeah.
Plus, did you ever see Kingpin from the Farrelly Brothers with Bill Murray and Woody Harrelson?
No.
Oh fuck, that's a disgusting movie. I mean, in a good way. It's a bowling comedy. Fucking, it's funny as shit. Woody Harrelson is a bowling. He was a bowling hustler, and he ends up losing his hand, so he can't bowl. Yeah. And so he figures out but there's this Randy Quaid plays an Amish guy who's really good at bowling, but he's Amish, so he can't do technology. So they got to basically talk his family into letting him go to this bowling tournament. And along the way, they meet a pool hustler played by Vanessa Angel. And then they try to go hustle Bill Murray. And it's fucking funny, dude. Yeah. Rave here says, I love Kingpin. Hell yeah. Fucking, what was that line? Lin Shaye, right? You must have the whole line. Woody Harrelson is has to have sex with his landlord in order to get out of paying rent. And the first shot you see of him is him and her, and he's vomiting. So they frame the shot like it's that scene from The Graduate, when we see her leg in the stocking, and then but underneath her leg is Dennis Hoffman, and he's like, "Oh, are you trying to seduce me?" Right, that whole that framing. So imagine that framing, but it's a veiny fucking leg, and she's rolling up her stocking, and he's puking in the toilet because he had to debase himself to do this. And then the first thing she says to him is, "You must have jarred something loose. I got to go home and use the bathroom. You must have jarred something loose."
Oh my God.
And then he just pukes again. It's so fucked up. It
sounds like it's something from a Deuce Bigelow movie.
I would argue way better than Deuce Bigelow. I love Deuce Bigelow films. I like both of them quite a bit. But it's like it's just it's fucking funny, dude. It's so goddamn funny. You know, it's funny you mentioned Deuce Bigelow. When the very first double feature of films I saw at the drive-in when I first moved to San Diego. This is like over a year and a half before I started working there. But the first when we first moved there, and I was like, I want to go to the drive-in. This is like January, right? And so I go down there, and they were showing Any Given Sunday and Deuce Bigelow, American Gigolo. That was the first double feature I saw at the drive-in.
Nice.
I was like, this movie is like, I liked Any Given Sunday. I really liked Deuce Bigelow, but I was there every fucking 4 or 5 times a week. I was there. Like after I graduated high school, I was there all the time. My buddies and I would go down. We'd have a challenge. We'd literally challenge ourselves. I'd go, because they were under the age of 18, so I'd buy them cigarettes because I was 18. So we'd buy cigarettes. We'd get a pack of smokes. We'd get a 2-liter bottle of Coke. And we'd sit in our lawn chairs and we'd go, okay, who can finish the Coke the fastest and also smoke the most cigarettes?
Jesus Christ.
So we're just sitting there, just like fucking dual handing it, like, and we're not smoking like no bitch ass fucking Marlboro shit, right? We're like no, we're doing like Camel Fatties, the Camel Wides, you know.
Yeah, back in the day, huh?
Back in the day, fucking just sitting there, just smoking and shit, right? And
bad influence on the youth, man. Bad influence on the youth.
Movie Man here says, you inspired me to collect physical media. Hey, that's awesome, dude. Look, man, physical media is a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun because like you have it in your hand. You can touch it. You can watch it whenever you want. And the thing is, you don't always have to watch it. Like, you can just have it in your collection and shit. There's like some movies and shit that I have no intention of watching, but I just want to have them. Like this is going to sound weird. I have the first Blu-ray release of The Fifth Element. And the reason why is because it's a fucking bad transfer of that movie. It was not a good transfer of that movie, but I have it. It's the same reason why I have the first 4K release of Terminator 2. It's not a good transfer of that movie. Now, some would argue that the updated transfer that they put out that James Cameron oversaw is worse because of how it uses AI. But I still have that one. It was also only $10, and so it's like that. And I think that was like the first 4K movie I bought, and whatever. I mean, I even bought, dude, they had Hellboy, the 2019 David Harbour movie. That one, they had that on sale for $10 on 4K. I bought that in a fucking heartbeat. I like that movie. Like that movie gets so much undue fucking hate, in my opinion.
David Harbour is such an underrated actor. That's what I'm saying. With these action movies, I mean.
Yeah, PCR. I've always been a physical media guy, even in the streaming era, which I don't hate. Yeah, no, I like streaming too. Don't get me wrong. Streaming is really good. It's like, but at the same time, it's like something about having the physical media. Like they are releasing, I think Criterion is releasing K-pop Demon Hunters on 4K sometime this summer, I think. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to fucking buy it. My kids watch it anytime they want? The difference, though, is that fat fuck's going to try to fuck it. That's the difference. I'm going to enjoy it for the movie it is, but it's like I want to have it lossless, right? I want a higher quality, fucking the Netflix streaming. And Netflix is not bad, but I saw the movie in theaters when they brought it out last summer. And that looked amazing on the big screen, and so I want to own a copy of it on 4K to be able to play. And
I'm going to have to get one and messed off, though. That was a pretty good movie.
That was a great fucking movie. Like it was a really good film. I think it's in my top. It's in my top of 2025.
My dad enjoyed it, even though he didn't understand what the fuck was going on.
Hold on here. Movie Man's asking, why is the fandom menace even into pop culture if they think everything is woke? Money. So the idea behind it, you have to remember, is that all of these guys, they've never made a movie. They've never written a movie. They've never been on a movie set. I mean, like maybe Critical Drinker is like the only one who's written some stuff, but even that's mostly just like self-published ebooks and shit. Okay. And the thing is like these guys, but they don't have a love of cinema. They have a love of the idea of their childhood, right? The nostalgia. It's well, you could tell it's like, I think Chris the Bipolar Jedi said it best. There's the opioid of nostalgia. And they're addicted to that. And so anything that is coming out. And look, I'm not going to say they're always wrong. Okay. Like, let's be clear. Some things that they say are correct. Okay. Like, you know, some of the choices that these companies were making between like 2020 and 2025 were kind of bad. You know, you had like Disney. I have a whole thing here actually about that.
I mean, a broken clock is right twice a day. So.
Well, it's not just that like a broken clock is right twice a day. It is, but I don't want to simplify it to that. These guys are more wrong about everything else. Let's see here. Okay. So, all right. So this is here. I'll bring this up here. So this is, I was talking about this with Grok earlier today. Okay. So I was asking it like, you know, okay. So the Hollywood Horror Museum here said, someone sent us a nasty email because we mentioned the 2019 to 2024 Hollywood DEI hiring. Okay. So I was like, okay, is this verifiable? And it says like, yes, here are verifiable links from major industry outlets, a Variety, Hollywood Reporter, Deadline, LA Times, confirming the expansion of DEI initiatives post 2020 and the subsequent scale backs by 2023 to 2025. So following the 2020 social justice movement, studios implemented DEI roles, hiring goals, content mandates, and programs. Many studios launched or expanded initiatives like Disney's Reimagine Tomorrow, Amazon Studios' Inclusion Policy and Playbook, and similar efforts at Warner Brothers Discovery, Paramount, etc. Okay, so then they scaled it back. Studios reduced or eliminated specific DEI programs, quotas, job titles, and metrics amid box office challenges, layoffs, and shifting political/regulatory pressures. Now, this is more important right here. This one right here, shifting political regulatory pressures. Okay, it's not necessarily about the box office. I mean, that played into it, I think, but it's really about the shifting of the tides politically. The pendulum of leftism. Okay, and I say this as a progressive, as a lefty, as a person who has no love for the conservative movement at all, went too far to the left. Okay, it went too far to the left. It stopped being about logic and reason and started being about feelings. And that's the same thing we mock the other side for. Now, I'm not talking about like denigrating someone's existence, right? Whether they're gay, straight, trans, non-binary, or whatever. Hey, live your fucking life, okay? Like, live your fucking life. But there was this like massive movement, you know, where it's like, okay, well, now we need like trans person like in every show. And like, yeah, but they make up 3% of the population. So as a representation, is it on par with the population of the country? And the answer to that is no. And so then when you take something that has a very small representation of the total populace, and again, live your fucking life. I have no problem with representation at all. People started looking at that as seeing like now, you know, almost in every show, in every movie, a character has to be gay or ends up becoming gay, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, look at like Will from fucking like Stranger Things, like Noah, the guy, the character's name, right? The guy's real name. He's gay in real life, right? So they made him gay in the show. Okay, fine, whatever, you know. And like his coming out scene, I thought was actually really good because he was basically doing it at a time, 1980s, you know, where that was a big deal, and everyone accepted him for it, which is great. But like, you know, realistically, back in the 80s, I think there would have been quite a few that in that group that would not have accepted him.
That would have been.
But we don't live in that time.
Yeah. That would have been an episode, though.
That would have been interesting, right? His brother's just like, oh, great, you're a queer. No. But I'm glad the show showed it as an acceptance thing, right? Because I thought that was really sweet. I thought that, you know, they're loving him, him as a person, even though Noah Schnapp, that's his name, even though he politically, him and I would disagree on a few things. I enjoyed that scene quite a bit. And I thought it gave him a chance to actually fucking act outside of his haircut being a complete terrible thing. And the whole show, he had a bad haircut and they admitted that.
I mean,
but
it's kind of everybody had a bad haircut.
Yeah. It's just kind of like the way that they do all this stuff is it does feel like in some ways, you know, like they're like, okay, we need to have these boxes being checked.
Very forced.
And that is where the Fandom Menace is like, they're kind of on point because they were calling this out. Now, the thing is, though, is that they're calling it out not because they're calling it out because of political reasons or social reasons rather than any reason why I would complain. It would be story. Like, does this service the story, right? Because it doesn't matter who you are, what you are, where you come from. If you're working on a story, everything you do has to be in service of that story, because that's what you're trying to convey to the audience. We have a lot of self-insert writing over the course of the last couple of years. There's also been the whole notion of Netflix, when they were like, we need to make movies every week, and we need to, bring in these high profile directors and spend hundreds of millions of dollars on all of these movies. And there's like very little oversight. There's the producers aren't really like reining in the directors, and that's why you have all these films from these high profile people that can kind of be messy. And so there's complaints to be made there about Netflix just puts out films that no one really ever cares about after it's over, right? It's just like fast food filmography. And that ain't good either. And so there, what we're seeing, what I'm hoping now is going to come out of everything is they're going to kind of stop, scale everything back, and look at to see what services the story. I don't like the idea that not every movie has to be for everybody. I don't like that idea. I think I think it's reductive. I think you can make every movie. I mean, within reason, right? Like, you can't expect people to, like, a 6-year-old kid to go and watch Nightmare on Elm Street, right? There's an audience. Yeah, there's an audience, obviously, but you can still find ways to do like general, you can make it generally like, whatever, right? It's tough because, like, I don't want anyone to feel like left out, but at the same time, it's like, are you feeling like you have to include something because
just to have it
in there? So then you run the risk of not alienating somebody, which nobody ever wants to do. Or you run the risk of like, not alienating, but alienating. Or you end up in a situation where you are just doing something to check a box, and then that feels inauthentic to the story,
Yeah.
And that's kind of where the Fandom Menace is in many ways. Like, they've been kind of, I don't want to say right, because they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Hold on. Wasn't there a lawsuit by Ava DuVernay to get more women in blockbuster directing positions? I don't think there was a lawsuit, but she definitely was. I don't remember if there was a lawsuit, but she definitely was complaining. Yeah. So, H. Bart's here says so many gay people in shows, not a problem, but just a lot. I mean, well, I think it's one of those, I find it to be kind of funny when it's like, there was a thing I was watching the other day where a woman was kind of like, this is on Twitter, where she was like kind of ruminating over the idea of like, she's a straight actor and she's doing a stage reading, playing a queer character. And she was like, can I do this? Can I do this? Is this okay? Am I allowed to do this? No, she's out there wondering if she's going to get canceled for doing it.
Oh,
like, is she going to get canceled for being a straight woman playing a gay character, reading a gay character in a fucking thing, right? And that's part of it too, where it's like, look at the show Big Mouth, right? Jenny Slate was voicing the biracial character, and she's not biracial. And then they went and there was a big brouhaha about that. So she left the show, and they brought in Ayo Eberdare, whatever her name is, the girl from The Bear. And she's very talented, right? She was April O'Neil in the TMNT movie. Right? Again, that's another example, right? Like, but then April canonically, depending on how you look at it, is black in one comic and white in another one. It's hard to tell. But I liked her character in the Turtles film. And they brought her in for Big Mouth to take over the character of Missy. That's character Missy for like the last couple seasons. And I think it works, even though I didn't quite like it, but it works because Missy's now getting older, going through puberty. So the voice difference sounds a little bit different. Right. And so it's like, so there's that. And then you go to, like, let's say Bob's Burgers. There's a trans character named Marshmallow, and Marshmallow pops up a couple times throughout the course of the show. Not many times, but the earlier seasons more often, but really only a few. And Marshmallow is a black trans woman who might also be a prostitute, but is voiced by David Herman. David Herman was, remember the movie Office Space?
No. Never seen it.
Oh, wow.
Stop
Okay.
shaming me. All right.
I will shame you on that one. Anyway, so but David Herman he's a voice actor. He's a white guy. Okay, straight white dude. Did you ever see Idiocracy?
Yes, when it came out.
He was one of the cabinet members in the White House. You know, like he was one of those guys. Okay, it doesn't matter. But he was in Office Space too. He was also in Mad TV for a couple of years. But anyway, so like he was voicing Marshmallow, and then people got mad that he was voicing a white dude who's doing like one-liners for Marshmallow. It wasn't even like full-on paragraphs. It was just like, yeah, baby. Like shit like that. It was just fucking whatever, right? Like ain't no thing, sort of thing, whatever, right? And they got mad, and they're like, okay, well, no, David Herman is no longer voicing fucking, this character, and now we're going to get a trans person to voice this character. And it's like, but what's the point of that if all they're doing is like one thing, right? But then you go back and you look at like Hank Azaria and Apu Napasahita Pedalon. If I said that correctly, I probably fucked it up.
That was my fault, dude.
Right? That's Apu Nahasapita Pedalon. That's his name. Okay.
Something. Yeah.
No. Nahasapita Pedalon.
I'm not saying it.
That is his fucking
name.
You
can't force me. Okay. You can't say anything in Spanish. I'm not gonna say it.
It is what if you would have grown up with Simpsons, you know this. Okay. Anyway,
I've grown up with Simpsons. I stopped at for 2005.
Okay, that's probably about a decent time to stop. To be fair,
yes, it was.
But anyway, so you've got that, and then Hank Azaria, there's that guy that comes out and he does that documentary, like The Problem with Apu, and then people get all butthurt about it, right? And they're like, oh, well, this shouldn't be happening, and I'm like, no, I think that's wrong, because Apu was never treated as a he was, you could argue, a caricature, but he wasn't a joke. Apu is like a beloved character of The Simpsons, right? Like there's a whole episode dedicated to Apu becoming a U.S. citizen, right? And there's a great moment in there where I think Marge is coaching him about the cause, about the test. And they're like, what's the cause of the Civil War? And he starts listing off all of these like socio-economical reasons as for why the Civil War happened.
Yeah, all the minute details. Yeah,
all the minute details, and like they could just put slavery.
All the minute details. They're not even an average American would know.
Not even an average American knows exactly, and so just put slavery, right? And it's like,
that was the whole joke.
That's the whole joke. But they treat him with respect. He was never treated as anything other than being a valued member of the community. He was never played for laughs, right? Yeah, it's like, is he playing up the old joke of there being like an Indian guy running a 7-Eleven? Like that is still a thing, right? That is still a thing. I have a local gas station on the other side of the lake from my house, and it's an Indian guy and his brother that run it, and they're really cool dudes, and like I was actually going to get a job there before I got my job, and in fact, as of even when I go in there now, if I'm wearing my work uniform, the owner recognizes me and he's like, hey man, like where you going today for your job? Cause he knows that I had to put in an application, but I'm like, I got to go do this other job. So he's been curious about what I do. Cool guy. Right. So
do they
it's
speak
like
in the accent.
No, he doesn't speak in the accent. He has an accent. Don't get me wrong, but it's not anything
exaggerated.
It's not exaggerated. It's not. Yes. He's not there going like, yeah. He's not doing that. Yeah.
Not yet. Not when you were around.
You totally fucked that up too. You're like, you're like, you did it so fast.
Sorry.
You got to accentuate the you. Thank you.
Okay.
Come again. All right. You got to talk from the back of the fucking.
Oh yeah, you can do that, but you won't say negative. Okay.
Yes, because I think I'll get canceled less for making that comment to correct you on how to pronounce it.
You can't get any more canceled than you already are, man.
That's technically not true, but okay. I appreciate the vote of confidence there on that one. But no,
you're a rebel. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, there we go. But I feel it's like, look, you can have these things and treat people with respect, right? I think empathy is a key thing. But I also think when it comes to storytelling, like I know authenticity is key, okay? But like at the same time, it's like I don't really care when it comes to voice acting, right? Like, and no one really cares. Like Phil Lamar has voiced white characters, right? Like no one cares. Samurai Jack, thank you, right? Oh, by the way, David Herman was also the voice of Scruffy on Futurama. just as an FYI on that one, though.
I'll allow it.
Right, just as it voices David Herman, but no, David Herman's a white dude, so it makes sense. But no, but like Phil Lamar, is like a great. He's a great fucking talent, right?
Pretty
Like I
lengthy
love
in
like
my teenage years.
okay. Well, my personal favorite is like him popping up in the Pulp Fiction.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then they
the
made
one-
fun of that. They made fun of that in the first episode of Mad TV when they did Gump Fiction, and he was back. He's like, oh no, not again. Totally like played the character again. It's just great. I love
He was
Phil Lord,
having
dude.
being on flashbacks with that one. Yeah.
No, it's great. Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's like I think most people don't give a shit, and I think most people just want to just want to be entertained, and they don't really care where it comes from. But I do think they want things to be played with respect, right? Like nobody. I think it's kind of like if everyone's in on the joke, then there's really no one that's like going to be left out or kind of punched down on. But the problem with our society now is it's everybody wants to feel like they matter, right? And like everyone does matter, but in reality, people on the internet specifically, they want to feel like they matter because it is with everyone having a voice and in essence having a seat at the table, right? Like the squeaky wheel gets the grease. That has been something that's always been a thing. So people who are the loudest, the most ignorant, the like, just like the stupidest, whatever.
Chaotic and all that stuff.
Yeah, they're the ones that people pay attention to because they're out there causing the disruption that gets the attention. So if
because they're usually throwing things and shit, stabbing people and fucking shit. There's no wonder people pay attention though. That's the thing.
Yeah, Will and Grace did it. That's right. Yeah, the actors played opposite their sexuality. Well, no, Jack was gay. Sean Hayes was gay. Right? Grace was straight. And Eric McCormick is definitely straight. Yeah.
Wasn't there a show called Dharma and Greg also?
Dharma, yeah, but that was different. That was Jenna Elfman, and they weren't gay.
Everybody keeps
they were
putting
hippies.
those
Dharma
shows
was a
together.
hippie.
Oh.
She was a hippie. And also Scientologist. Jenna Elfman, massive Scientologist.
Yeah,
H. Bar's here for
that's
2.
all.
Thank you. Jarbo, do everything I say or else. Yeah. That's Jesus Christ. Hold on here. A couple supers. I got to get you guys. Thank you so much. All right. Command Unit here for 5. Netflix Daybreak is set in California. I think it does a good job of using its woke tropes in a good comedic way that benefits the story. Fun thing about Daybreak, because you're talking about the one with Jamie Foxx and Dave Franco. It's from one of the writers of John Wick. And if you actually look at the movie, I haven't seen it, but like you can see this in like the breakdown of it. It's John Wick and Daybreak and the movie Nobody are very similar in regards to their weird underground setup, right? Like the way that John Wick operates with like, gold-based economy for being a hitman. Go watch the movie Nobody with Bill Odenkirk, right? Or Bob Odenkirk.
You mean Better Call Saul? Okay.
Well, yeah, no, there's that, but when you're watching it, at the end he goes and he breaks out like I think he breaks into like the cement and he pulls out all these like gold bars, right? And this is just, and then he's got like the underground connections and whatnot. It's literally the same type of world as John Wick, just like U.S. sanctioned and shit. And it's weird. But I think you can use tropes and you can use things to kind of like sell a point and to make a point and whatever. And I think the idea there is like, if you do it from the perspective of like, if you have something to say, I think the difference there is people don't always want to listen in many instances, but there's also a lot of stuff where, I don't think people know how to people know how to like accurately or correctly convey something in a way that's going to maximize the impact. Right. But also if people will make their mind up over shit before they even see it.
I'm being guilty of that.
Let's see here. Hold on. H bars for 5. Thank you. Says, didn't the left pandering to trans and stuff sadly lead to Dump getting elected again? In part, yes. In part, there's, and again, I'm not trying to say anything like that to diminish the trans people. They absolutely exist and they absolutely deserve rights. But the biggest problem I think that comes into that one is when you have the subject of trans kids, and it's the subject of kids. Now, conservatives getting mad about kids being in positions of apparent impropriety or being, exploited and groomed and harmed by people that are in positions of authority really need to shut the fuck up and, not say that, especially if they have Christian or Catholic in their fucking bio on goddamn Twitter. However,
okay.
No, it's true. This fucking
I know.
Come on. I understand that you're but there's a lot of
Family,
there's a lot of
family.
kitty diddlers in the Catholic religion. Okay, not
Yes,
everybody,
it is.
but there's a lot of kitty diddlers.
I have
All
a
right.
priest uncle, so
Is he a kitty diddler?
No, he
Okay,
will
well
kill
that's good.
people with that.
He's one of the good ones. What?
Yes, he
No,
is.
kitty diddler, not killing. What? Anyway,
He'll kill the pedophile. Yeah, he will.
killed. Okay,
He
that's
would.
good. That's good. But we're
I
like
won't
there's
hide the body if I have to.
there's all I'm saying on that one is like there are elements of it though where it's like, people they want to. How do I say this? The best way to describe it is that the right wing overreacts to controversy and the left wing overcorrects. And so that's the biggest takeaway here is that the left wing is like most people don't really give a shit if you're trans or gay. They don't care. They don't give a fuck, right? Like, you know why people mute Pride Month on like social media? It's not that they're bigoted. They don't care. It doesn't impact their life in the slightest. They don't give a shit. They're they're like, okay, cool. Yeah, you're out there celebrating being gay. Cool. I can't celebrate being straight. Not that it matters. It's super stupid to do. At this point in time, we should. This is the whole way I look at it. Is like, you're telling me we have all of these like Pride months, days, weeks, years, whatever the fuck. I don't care, right? For things that are just accepted, and I think that's the biggest problem. Is like people want to feel important. They want to feel like they're part of something, and I have no issue with any of that. But at the same time, the rest of us, we don't care. It doesn't impact our lives. It just doesn't. And that's not to say that you're not valid and that you don't exist. You do, but it's like, do your thing. And in many ways, and again, with pride is their thing. That's their thing. They do that, no problem. My issue with this, and this is the same thing that goes on the other side as well, is it's capitalism. Is what I'm really trying to say is capitalism, right? The capitalistic aspect of it, of let's try to pander to people because we want to get their dollar or we want to get their vote. Okay, rather than just let them live their lives as normal as they can, right, and accept that everyone is different, but we can accept it and just live on. It's like the corporations come on in, and they're the ones that do all that shit. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's like trying to squeeze blood out of a stone.
Kind of. I mean, kind of. But it's like yeah. There's a joke on social media about like June 1st, all these companies change their logos to the pride flag, right? And then July 1st,
the end of the month,
it goes back to their normal logo. And it's like, that's the joke, is that none of it matters. And everyone knows none of it matters. But, it's like, if you say none of it matters, the people get mad at you for saying none of it matters. But it's true. None of it matters.
And the other side is the other way around. You say it matters and they get mad.
Well, yeah, there's that as well. And so people just kind of need to like chill the fuck out, like shut the fuck up and do their own fucking thing. Like literally. Smoke a doobie, jack off, watch a movie, shit like that. Yeah, do all that shit, right? Just fucking chill.
Have sex, all that shit.
Yeah, it's just that's the whole point, though, right? It's like I don't care. Like you can live your life any way you want. I'm fine with it, provided you don't hurt people. That's like really the only thing I care about. And that's it. Like I don't go to fucking church. I don't like religion, but I'm not sitting there every day saying like you're just a fucking right wing Christian bigot. Like. I might call somebody a right-wing bigot, but I usually leave the religious stuff out of it. I have condemnation of religion. Everyone around me knows that. But it's just the idea there is like, but you go to church, you do your thing. But I also feel that the vast majority of the flock of the parish are good, decent, hardworking people. I feel that way. But for me, it's the organized aspect of it. It's the same way I feel about most things, right? So it's like the thing is, again, people just they don't want to cause problems. And they don't want to be canceled for having an opinion. But it's like a lot of people I've talked to over the years, and I talk to a lot of people, and these are like super left-wing fucking Washington liberals. And even they'll be like, I don't know what the fuck's the deal with pronouns, man. Like, fuck, who cares? Right. And it's like, because there was for a while a big deal about pronouns, and it's like, no one gives a shit. Really, no one fucking cares about that shit. But it's like people make it a big deal. So then they put a spotlight on it. And then people are then at that point almost put into a position. And this is what happens when you're a streamer or you're a content creator and something happens. People want to know your fucking opinion on it. So you have to have an informed opinion on almost everything, even if it just happens. You got to figure it out. You got to fucking figure that out. You got to fucking formulate an opinion on it. Hope to God it's the right opinion for your audience. or something along those lines. And nuance is damned. Nuance is fucked. You can never have goddamn nuance, right? Because nobody wants nuance. They want yay or nay, black and white, up is down, cats and dogs fucking mentality.
Cut and dry.
Yeah, that's it. That's how it is. That's how it is. You cannot have nuanced takes on shit, right? And so it's like that gets you in trouble. You know, like that gets you in trouble. And it's like, so I had what was it? The whole quartering situation, right? Like, I don't like quartering. I don't like Chrissy Mayer, but I thought people were kind of going a bit overboard on something. So I'm like, I was like, this is kind of stupid, whatever. And then it's like some dumb bitch made a fucking whole ass video about it. And I'm like, I was making fun of Chrissy Mayer like just the day beforehand. I just feel it's like people were jumping to conclusions on some shit. That's it. You know, but it's like, that's it. People don't want nuance. There's blood in the water, and they attack 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 until they run out of things to attack. And then they keep doing it. And that's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's all that fucking is. It's just like, it's all it is. And so, you know, I'm just like, for me personally, I'm just like, whatever, like, who gives a shit? None of this matters. Like, that's where I'm more cynical and apathetic about it. Because the way I view it is like, none of this fucking shit matters, man. None of it matters.
You're not nihilistic yet.
I mean, I'm not nihilistic, but I'm definitely fucking cynical. You know, but but the way that I view it is that, you know, is that all of this shit is just, it's not important, right? Like, so that's why it's like, I don't focus. Like, I was talking, like, I thought about like, oh, maybe I'll just, you know, react to fucking chud videos. Cause like, that's easy. I got to think about it. Right. Like legit, I can just go, okay. Ooh, they're wrong. Ooh, you know, and then I'm like, this is stupid. I did that one night and I'm like, this is dumb. I don't care. There's no thought to this. There's no value to this. This is stupid. You know, these guys aren't going to go anywhere. And so anyway, let me get to this one here from Ahsoka. Thank you. All right. I'm looking forward to watching Obsession on digital. I just hope it's not preachy. It's not preachy. I was in a situation like the main character was, so that's going to be a tough watch for me. Huge horror fan. I really want to know your thoughts on it then. It's not preachy at all. It's really not preachy. It's one of those movies when you watch it, you're like, you can recognize why things happen, why people do what they do. And it can have some, you know, like, I don't want to spoil it, but one character, you find out some information about two of the characters. And I've been in that situation. And that, fuck, man, like, I thought, like, you know, I was like, oh, okay, that cut me deep. That cut me deep, like a long time ago. I was in a situation similar to that. And it cut me deep. And I was like, damn, okay, it's nice to know that's happened to her. Because I guarantee you, Obsession is a very personal film.
And you keep hyping it up. You can't hype it up anymore. I'm gonna
hype it up. I'm gonna hype it up to the end of the fucking time.
Yeah, it's good. I hope you hype up every good movie. So, you know,
yeah,
seriously.
No, I think Ahsoka. I think you're gonna like it. I think it's just gonna hit you in ways, really hit you in fucking ways.
Look, I'm gonna say some. I know we're talking about movies, and we like movies here. But
I know, because it's 2 a.m. I'm like, fuck, I meant to go like an hour ago.
Yeah, that was my fault. So, as usual, it is. But I just gotta get this off my chest. Just one movie that's been bothering me for like, I think, more than a decade. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. Called the Time Traveler's Wife.
I've heard of the Time Traveler. I never saw it. Yeah.
Eric Bana, the last Eric Bana movie I've ever seen. It's very grooming kind of a movie.
Isn't Charlize Theron on that one?
I don't remember, but I just felt like that one. I just felt it was. I felt dirty watching that movie. My best friend liked it, but I'm like,
oh, it's Rachel McAdams.
Yeah. That's her. So Eric Bana goes back in time, and he meets his wife as a kid, and he fucking starts grooming her through the entire movie because he goes back and forth to the president of the past, and it's just like, this is a fucked up movie. Who the fuck wrote this?
Yeah. If you go back and you meet your wife as a kid, and you're like, hey, you know, in 20 years, brown chicken, brown cow. It's like,
he's like, no. Like at the beginning, it's like it starts from when she's a kid, then he randomly pops up in her life as a adolescent, as a teenager, as a young adult, and I'm like, you marry her? What the fuck? Are you trying to tell us something, Eric Bana? You sick fuck.
I think they probably thought like it was one of those really nice things, like, oh, that was so sweet.
Because I was
Aw.
told like, oh my god, it's just like romantic, like The Notebook and all that shit. I'm like, I never seen The Notebook, but I can go with a romantic movie. And I rented the
Yeah.
movie, and I'm like, I watched it. I'm like, I need a shower.
Oh,
Whatever.
what was
Steel
it?
Wool.
In the Gray just hit digital.
Which one's that one?
That's the new one with Henry Cavill and Jake Gyllenhaal. That was directed by Guy Ritchie.
Oh, Guy Ritchie. Okay,
It came out like what was it? It was shot in 2023, like right after they shot the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare, and then it sat basically in limbo for like 2 years.
Oh, I hope it's a good movie. I like Guy Ritchie.
Yeah, I do too.
Have you seen The Gentleman?
No, I haven't seen the movie or the show, but I've heard both are good.
The movie is top notch. It reminds me of Pulp Fiction and Reservoir Dogs.
Fourth says, Mo,
Not
you should
watching
watch the
anything
sequel,
like that.
The Time Traveler Stepbrother. Yeah, that's presented by Brazzers.
Jesus Christ.
Completely presented by Brazzers.
I swear to God, dude, that movie has been haunting my dreams for like a while. When you talk about bad movies, you hate Fan Stick, but like I hate that.
I don't hate Fan Stick. Fan Stick is just not good. There's a difference there, right? Like don't get me wrong. Like there's cool moments in Fan Stick, right? Like when we first meet the Thing, and he's like working for the government as more or less like a cleaner. Like that's kind of cool. Like, all right.
Yeah, 75% of the movie is fucking amazing, and then just shit the bed at the end.
Yeah. Who was the bad guy in there? Is that Oscar Isaac?
I don't think so.
Fantastic Four. No, it wasn't. It was it was Toby Kebbell.
And he never made a movie after
that. No, Colin Trank made a movie after. Colin Trank has made movies after that.
No, I meant the actor who played Doom.
Toby Kebbell. He was in that the History of You, I think is what it was called. That episode of Black Mirror.
Oh, I never watched.
He was also in Dawn of the Planet of the Apes the year before that. He's in the show Servant. Let's see. He
was in Dawn.
No, he was in he was in
Kingdom?
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. He was in Warcraft. He was in Your Mom. He's been lots of places.
Yeah, he was in Kong Skull Island. Which one did he die?
Oh yeah, no, he was the dude who died in the forest in Kong Skull Island. He was
like,
because remember they were kind of setting that one guy up to be like the main guy, and it really wasn't the main guy.
Oh
yeah. Yeah. I like Kong Skull Island. That was pretty solid.
It was a fantastic movie. Samuel L. Jackson was just like the cherry on top.
Yeah, he was in Black Mirror. He was in one episode of Black Mirror. I think it was the entire History of You. That was the one where they put the implant and people can like play back videos and whatnot. Like the lady who played Doctor Who was in that too.
I don't want Doctor Who. That's more HBar's thing.
No, well, I mean, I'm just saying it's an interesting episode.
When's the last time Eric Bana was in anything remotely popular?
Your Mom.
That joke's gonna get old sometime, dude.
So did Your Mom.
I mean, she's dead, so
that's why she's old.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else you want to say?
Talk about my mom, please. I'm serious. They don't.
That's also what she said. I'm kidding. All right. I'm going to go to bed, though.
I'm still, yeah.
All right, fine. Jesus.
Yeah, no, it's just my brother died last year, so I'm fucking still sore about the whole thing.
Well, yeah,
And a couple of aunts this year. And since I'm fucking home alone, it's depressing.
No, I get it, man. I'm not trying to make you
depressing. I know it's not you. It's like I get what I know what I signed up for when I'm talking to you. So it's just
yeah,
take shit easy.
Yeah, no, I get it, man. I get it. It's let's see.
And before you leave, get ready to get a call from me, a DM from me on Sunday for your 007 game.
Okay. Sounds so
That wasn't
yeah,
what. That
get
wasn't
ready
what
to get a call, motherfucker.
No, you have me blocked on your call. So, but,
I don't have you. I have to give you my number.
No, because I can. We can call each other through the X, through the Twitter. So you have me blocked. And I haven't even given you my number yet. I think I did, but I think I deleted it before you saw it.
Yeah, sorry. I just took a quick peek at Donovan. Dude, I gotta show you guys this. Check this out. This is from like an hour ago, and it's just like this is from like a couple days ago. My post, he's like still like, let me fucking screenshot you from a couple days ago, right? If you care so little about movie theaters now, why even talk about them? Your cynical comments on them is not needed. And I'm just saying, it's like theaters need wins. They also have problems, right? Like theater leaned in, Regal leaned into the chicken jockey. AMC later pushed stuff, it's like you want people to have good theater etiquette or you want people to make noise and make shit. I'm at a loss for this kid. Like legitimately
he's just a Jarbo contrarian. That's all it is.
It really is. It really fucking is.
You say the sky is blue, he'll be like, "Nah, you weren't outside, man. The sky is orange."
Yeah.
Some fucking stupid shit like that.
It's literally just like, I think what it is too is when he comes after me, he does have people that retweet him and like give him likes and shit. So I think that's another factor of it as well. I think there's a factor there about all that stuff, about just trying to be like, I don't, I'm just gonna fucking do this and say this guy doesn't know what he's talking about without ever really, dismantling a point. But it is what it is.
I should just really block him when he fucking starts liking the shit.
No, he is blocked. He is blocked, and he follows me through an alt account.
Yeah, as usual.
Yeah, he follows me through an alt account, so that's fine. The thing with that is though, like all things considered, it's just kind of like whatever, right? It's like, I'll tell you guys this: I'm waiting to see what I get paid. From Twitter. No. I had that Supergirl post last week hit 3.3 million views, and I've got about 7 million impressions over 2 weeks, which is a lot more than what I got before on the last payday. And they've been really, I don't know. I'm waiting to see on Friday what I get paid, because it will give me an idea of like what the viability of shit posting on Twitter is. So I'm kind of curious. I'm very curious to see. So if I get like $900, and maybe I'll buy a fucking PlayStation. How much is a PlayStation 5?
No, it's not worth it. It's not worth
PS5.
Even if I have, I have a PlayStation 5. And you're like,
I know PlayStation is $899. Wow.
And plus, you have to buy the disc extension. That's another $100.
To be fair, I pretty much went digital with PS4, but $899 or $75 a month for a year. PlayStation 5 Pro, PlayStation. The thing is, they've what?
Did you already pay off your PC?
No, I'm still paying off my PC.
I mean,
I'm not buying it. I'm not fucking buying it. I'm still paying off my PC.
I should have bought it when it was on sale over here for $600, but like always.
No. I am more than happy with my Xbox. There are so many games to play, and
especially since I buy them for you.
Well, no, you don't buy all. It's just funny is I had bought Max Payne 3 digitally, right? And then I actually just last night, because I had lost my Xbox controller. I couldn't find it. I was freaking the fuck out last night. I didn't stream last night because I was like really pissed because I couldn't. I was like, you know how it is when you're just like you can't find something, so you tear apart everything, and then you're just still pissed off. So then this morning I asked my 6-year-old. I said, "Hey, do you know where my Xbox controller is?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, okay. And like dun. I go over to as she walks into the room, and she's like, "It was on the chair," because there's like this fold out chair that turns into a bed in the room. I'm like, okay, and it's not there. And then she walks out of the room, and I'm like, I checked the chair last night multiple times, and then I look and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on, the chair, the couch, like the because it's a fold over chair, right? It folds out into 3 pieces to make the bed, and I just kind of pull it back a little bit, and the Xbox controller had fallen in between like the cushion, and I'm like, oh fuck, god fucking
it's not broken,
damn it.
Is it?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
It had just no, because no one sat on it. It just was there. It had just fallen, and there's a blanket that's there, and it kind of fell in the blanket. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, okay, great. So I got to put like a fucking Apple tracker in that shit. H Barts for 2 bones. Thank you, buddy. Also, most people don't care what pronouns you use. That's pretty much. People don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, I have friends that are like, my pronouns are this. I'm like, okay. Like, I will do my very best to respect that.
I have to be a little bit more careful when I'm around Tippy's community though, because he's gonna his community is super
Dude,
hypersensitive.
I'm like, if I could have him muted for most things, I would. I like Tipster, I do, but like, bro is aiming for a crash out. All right, bro is aiming for a crash out. Every
dude,
time.
He just went near me, so fuck, dude.
Well, no, like every time someone makes fun of him for like going through the transition that he's doing, which is, is he they? Is he non-binary? What is it? I don't even know,
dude. I'm afraid.
Whatever. And I don't even know. But he'll be like, oh, I'm just doing this, and then it's like, okay, fine. And then he's like, oh, let me just post photos of myself. And I'm like, you do realize that by going on Twitter and by posting photos of yourself with the community that you engaged with for as long as you did, for the community that you were like fighting with for as long as you have been, all that shit, a lot of those dudes are homophobes and transphobes, or they know how to fucking troll you. So they're going to troll you, and then you react, which means they win. So it's like, if you want to go and you want to have an account that's not connected to any of this, and that you can show off your transness, which by all means, have at it, Haas. Maybe create something new that's not connected to that. And then find those people. Even fucking RJ created a couple different alt accounts, right, that he would use to try to like get into different communities. Although one of the funniest ones when he tweeted from an alt account, "Why won't a woman love me?"
Oh God, please don't.
Yeah, he did.
Wow.
I'm paraphrasing that, but he basically was like going like, "Why won't women like
so
love
few
me?"
words, huh?
Yeah, H-Bars knows what I'm talking about.
I bet he does.
H-Bars for 5, thank you. Says, do you think PC culture is dying, and why did it become so big in the 2010s? It's the same reason why it became big in the 1990s. Right? It's just like it's a pendulum shift. So it's like, I feel like Chappelle Show actually been actually continued past season like 2, because remember, like, they only had like a really shitty season 3. But if it would have continued past those seasons, if Chappelle would have hung on, I think it would have done a lot to like more or less solidify edgy comedy for everybody, right? Like, we were talking about it when I was in film school, because that was back when it was still going on. And like the way that the casualness of how they dropped the N-bomb, right? And they like with the A ending, right? Like, you know, Rick James, like, fuck yo couch, right? Like all that shit. The way that they dropped all that, and it was like, it was edgy at the time, and a lot of people were like, holy shit, you know, and people, you know, and the thing is, like, we were talking about it in class, and I'm just going like, I really wonder if he's finding a way to like democratize the N-word, right? Like destigmatize it, like not the ER, but the A ending. And there were some kids in class that were talking, and they're like, well, Richard Pryor was trying to do that in the 70s, apparently, you know? And it's like, I think that's kind of the whole point of it, right? Is like, the more you put a taboo on something, the more people are going to want to do it, you know? And so if you want to remove it, it's like, you got to remove that taboo, you know, like, it's within reason, obviously. Like, it's a tough subject to make. I'm not saying like, hey, like, let's just sit there and let everyone say the hard R with all this stuff and whatever. And that's not up for me to say, nor should it ever be up for me to say. And not even like I would use it if it was a thing. I don't like the word. In general, I don't like the word. But I'm saying it's like, you know, again, the more that it's looked at through this lens of being like, you know, what's the word I want to use here is like a forbidden word, right? Like Harry Potter.
Taboo.
You know? Like Voldemort was like the N-word of Harry Potter.
Jesus Christ.
And then no, it's true. It's true.
I know.
Don't say that word. Say he who shall not be named. Okay. Right? Like,
yeah, but saying his name, like fucking just called upon him. You say the N-word, you know, it's not like a black guy's like, fucking man.
No, but it's like, I'm just saying, it's like, oh, you can't say that word. Oh, that's so bad. But then here comes this, like, you know, like low rent British white kid that's just dropping it all the time. Right. And then after a while, if you notice, no one says he who shall not be named, because they took away the power. Couple movies in there. By the end of it, they're all calling him Voldemort, man. They're all saying
Yeah, I
it
mean,
with
he
the
was already
hard.
out and proud,
They're all
right?
already saying it with the hard T at the end of it. They're not going Voldemort. They're going Voldemort, right? They're saying it. They're
Yeah.
dropping that hard T. And that's kind of the whole point. Is like they took away the power of the word, and everyone wasn't afraid of it. And it's like we're not afraid of this anymore. Okay, you take away the power of something by making it something that is like socially fine, right? It's like, but it can't be used as a punching down, and that's where it's tough, because that word has been used as a punching down, and that's what I'm saying is like, it's such a difficult conversation to have.
So what are they going to address that in the Harry Potter HBO Max thing?
I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, what are they going to call Snape? That's going to be the weird thing.
Because Muggle is a swear word.
Muggle is a slur. Yeah, Muggle is a slur in Harry Potter, right? Maybe we should call it the M word. Can't say it anymore. We can't say it. They're going to be, Gen Z kids in fucking Hogwarts.
Mudblood, Muggle.
Oh, dude, Mudblood's even worse
Yes,
than
it
Muggle.
was.
Like Muggle, like the A ending. You know what I mean? like Mudblood's the R ending.
Muggler? What?
It's just what's up, my Muggle? It's like just whatever. It's just whatever.
And the fact that Muggle is mainly just used between all these white kids in the fucking movie.
Yeah, they drop it. They don't care.
They're
all like Theo Vaughn, man. They grew up around it. It's fucking part of their culture. I'm just saying, it's such a weird thing to me, because it's like, again, it's not up for. I'm joking with a lot of this shit, but it's like, it's not up for me to decide. It's not up for me to say, and let's be real here. It would be something that would never be done in the way that it should be. Right? If we were to find a way to remove the stigma and everything else, and it's like, it would never happen. So
I mean, should me and H-Bar still call you Gringo to like get the stigma off of that?
To be fair, you can call me Trisket.
What? I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Repeat it.
Trisket. Like the cracker. Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm talking Spanish, pendejo.
What? Hold on. Fine. Let me Google this. Hold on. What?
Because galleta is cookie, but it's also galleta is used for women.
Hold on. Triscuito.
What?
Hold on. Triscuito. I'm actually having it pronounced to me right now in my headphones. Hold on. I'll bring it up. Oh wait, hold on. I can't because I got no sound.
Trisquito?
No, Triscuito.
No, Trisquito.
What? Here,
You're pronouncing the U for some reason too hard.
Triscuito.
You hear that?
Yeah. That's fucking Spanish.
Triscuito.
That's fucking Jesus Christ. It's in Spanish, you dick.
Yeah, it's Spanish
Hold
and
on.
Latin American Spanish.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. Is that your fucking pronoun? Is that Jesus?
We
It's
speak
in Span-
differently than
it's in
mainland
Spanish.
Spanish, dude. You should know that. Fool. You're not British.
What are you talking about? Like here it is in fucking Somali. It's just Trisket. Slovenian. Trisket. Korean.
Triscuit.
Okay. Sounds like Triscarito. Bulgarian. Trisket. Whatever. Cantonese. Yeah, fuck.
What the fuck did that say?
I don't know.
One.
I don't fucking
It
know.
had a one in it.
Here's it in Latin. Trisket.
Triscuit.
Triscuit. Triscuit.
Gringo. That's what you are.
Huge
Güero.
word.
That's what you
Your
are.
fucking Spanish is terrible.
Cállate, güero.
I sent you a racist scene in Army Darkness. What? God, I gotta go to fucking bed, you guys. Jesus, you keeping me fucking up.
Hey,
here.
even H-Bar knows what I'm talking about.
All right, hold on. This is the army. Oh, is this Klaatu Barata Nikto? Oh, okay.
Fairly obvious. Ooh, wait a minute. The words. Right. Say the words. Klaatu Barata
I love this fucking movie.
It's an N-word. It's definitely an N-word. It's definitely an N-word.
But not that N-word.
Klaatu, Murata,
That was funny.
British class elitism is so alien to colonials. Jesus
I mean,
Christ.
he's calling you an alien, Matt.
All right, hold on. H. Rusher 5, thank you. Says one of my friends who is European said the hard R is not a big deal there, even to people over there who are black. Yeah, I don't know. You know what word I don't like? I don't like the word black. Sounds so. I just not a fan. I know that sounds weird to say, but it's like I just don't like saying it. Hold
What are
on.
you gonna
Okay,
call him?
black people.
The
I don't like
blacks.
to say. I don't like to say colored people because that just sounds like you're calling them colored, and then that's just bad. Right? It's like it really is. It's like that was one of those things where you're just going like, I don't know, guys. Like this might be an overcorrection. Just don't say it. We don't say that anymore. We could say, like we can say that African American is a term, black is a term, but when people say like the blacks, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. It just bugs
The
me.
whites.
The whites is one thing. The
Spaniards.
whites is one because I'm white, so it's fine. But no one's, it's like, oh, the Mexicans. It sounds a little bit derogatory.
Yeah, don't put because you just lumping the Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans, and the Mexicans together, and we
It's
just fight.
it's an umbrella. It's a rainbow of Latin.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
it's
Rainbow
Pride
Gay,
Month.
so
It's Pride Month. It's a fucking own it, Mo. Let's see here. The tweet was, I believe, why won't a girl like a plus size guy and I'm lonely? Well, that's RJ in a fucking nutshell.
I mean, why wouldn't he just stop doing that weird shit with the K-pop Demon Hunters thing? So.
I don't know, man. If it gives him purpose, I guess it's kind of weird. Soka here says, I recommend getting a gaming PC. My PC can do gaming, but mostly I want it more powerful for editing purposes.
I recommend.
This is thank you. Someone asked me, are cartoons getting too dark and sad, like Invincible, Exo Squad, Arcane, and so on? Well, I mean, like Exo Squad was like 30 years ago, so I can't really say that they're getting too sad. But I mean, some of them are. I mean, Exo Squad is definitely one that tried hard back in the day.
I don't even know what Exo Squad is.
Fourth. Jesus Christ.
I mean, he can say it.
He can say it. He can say
black.
it. I can't say it.
Yes, you can. Negro.
I don't like it.
Say it,
I don't
negro.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it.
You hear
legit.
you hear when I say it, you think I'm saying me and then
no. I know that you are saying black. Okay.
Okay. Say it.
But I can't.
Yes, you can.
Okay. Fine. African American.
Is that what that's why you see black beans in the Mexican restaurant? You're like African American beans.
No, I don't. When I go to fucking Chipotle and they go, do you want pinto or black? I'm not going to be like, yeah. Let me get the black ones and like put the fucking emphasis on it. Like that's terrible. I go, let me get the brown ones because they taste better.
Oh,
I mean, it's true. Pinto beans do taste better. I don't
the
understand.
White beans are also pretty good too.
Yeah, that's just personal preference.
It's a Peruvian one.
It's Peruvian.
Damn Peruvians and their
Peruvians.
white beans.
They're basically white, aren't they?
I don't know.
They're
basically German from the leftovers of World War II.
I like Argentinian, right? You're just going like,
no, but they spread their seeds. Come on.
Isn't like Anya Taylor-Joy? She's like Argentinian, isn't she?
I don't know. She's everything these days. Who isn't everything these days?
I'm not. I'm like 99% European white, man.
And
Fucking
you say you're
roll.
Canadian, so yeah.
Yeah, but my 23andMe came back saying that I'm white. I'm just plain old.
What is not?
I'm just plain old white bread is what I am.
Like Wonder Bread, Bimbo, which one?
Yeah, no. I would say keto.
Seriously.
Yeah.
You're buttermilk keto. You are.
Keto's good, man. Keto
Why
is
do you
real.
attract so many autistic people like Shabbat? I don't know.
I do attract a lot of people that
It's
are.
the glasses. I'm just saying it's the glasses.
I don't know if it's the glasses or if it's just like the stark personality of like I need to be data driven, right? I need to be like.
I mean, you're not severely autistic. You're like mild.
I wouldn't say
Okay.
I'm saying. I mean, I would definitely say that part of me is on the spectrum a little bit.
Yeah. Is it the European part?
Wow. Jesus, dude.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, H parts. I bet you are German. I get it. Ow.
So anyway,
Gotta
let's
get
see
out
here.
here.
I'm gonna get the
I'm
hell
out
out of
here.
here. But check your DM. I sent you 2 links. So
Me or
Jarbo, have you dealt with your yeah, Jesus Christ?
oh my gosh.
No. It was just
Hey,
something that
hey, H
happened
parts.
the other
Don't
day.
fucking say that shit out loud, dude. That
No,
has a
no,
totally other meaning.
there's a thing that happened with that. I'm just not a fan of.
They're sick again.
No. Actually, no. She's been okay. We got. Here's the thing. We got 2 more days left of this week of school, and then we got all next week, and then she's basically done. She's got like 1 full day after that, and then she's good for a few months, and then I'm getting her to the gastro person after school gets out or after school is done for the year, and so. Like we're just holding on. She's been fine.
Well, that's
I
good
think
to
it's
hear.
maybe something she ate. Just maybe she just was allergic to some shit or something happened. She was eating something. She was getting sick. She
But
hasn't
like
eaten
this
it.
is like the first year she's been like this, hasn't it?
Yeah,
It probably was something she ate, probably.
it maybe was. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah,
She's
don't
been.
trust the Mormons. Yeah, this is saying don't trust the Mormons.
Don't trust the Mormons. Yeah,
We're still alive.
that
You
is
have a good
very
night,
true.
man. Wait,
Yeah,
you sent me something? Is that what you're
yeah.
trying to say?
I sent you. Yeah, a couple links.
Okay, cool.
So,
Well, I gotta
when
get to
you're
bed too.
yeah, it's fucking late. When your kids are older, will you teach the kids to carry boulders? Yeah, like fucking Sisyphus, man. I'll teach them what it's like to be a fucking internet content creator. It's just nothing more than pushing a boulder up a hill, then having it fall back down.
You're gonna give them their first bear, their first polar bear.
They've already got one. They got one. It was a Christmas thing, and yeah, I found it the other
If
day.
I
I was
were
like,
you,
oh,
if I were you, you would give them like a polar bear plushie or stuffed bears. Like just give them the
no, we
icy.
went.
Give them the icy one.
I think we got a couple of them somewhere. I don't really know, but all right, yeah, I got to go to the bathroom. I've been sitting here for fucking almost 4
I
hours.
gotta go to bed.
I've been sitting here for 4 hours and I've drunk like 2 full ass drinks. I'm like, ooh, I gotta go.
I had a
All right,
monster.
everybody. Thank you very much for chilling. I appreciate you
Have a good
guys. I'll be on next week, obviously. So have yourself a good one. Go watch some movies and peace.
Good night, everybody.